And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live. The last game of the 2024 season has been played. Giants lose 6-1. They finished the season 80-82. Only one game better than last year.
Which, in my opinion, is no greater than last year at all.
No, it's
as the great Eric Romo once said, it is what it is. Sorry.
Gosh, man, that is just I see TC. What's up, TC? I see Shardal, Darren, Ibrahim, Javier. Haven't seen you in here before, but welcome, man. Bill Wheeler, good to see you. I think I've seen you a couple of times. Good to see you. Gilbert, Mike, and of course, Alive Insurance. Welcome, everybody. I guess we can now start talking about if you guys want to talk about the season that has unfolded, talk about the future. I think a lot of people want to just talk about the future. We could also start getting into what's going to happen in the postseason. Tomorrow is going to be a huge day. Oh, wow. There's like three different ways that this can finish. I think if I'm not mistaken, if the Mets sweep, it'll be the Mets, the Braves, and the Padres, right? And if the Padres, right, if it's the Braves, I'm trying to. If they split, Arizona's out. If any of the teams split, Arizona is out. It's weird. I was looking at it earlier. It's really, really weird.
I said last couple of days, I think best or worst case scenario, it's going to be a split. About 90% of doubleheaders split. That's
yeah. We'll see what happens. What's up, Senior? All right, I'll bring my email up, make sure it's good to go. Yeah, no more torture. Exact, Mike. Yeah. What a way to go out.
Hard to believe tomorrow comes down to that kind of scenario.
Here's a question. What did you guys think of the speeches afterwards? It really wasn't much. It really wasn't much of speech. I guess Bob Melvin didn't say a word.
No, two speeches, and they weren't even speeches. They were statements, and one of them was
they were statements. I know
the old unfinished business.
The old unfinished business. Look, I put
Logan Webb looked like he was nominated as the spokesman. Yeah, thanks for coming out. Bye-bye. That was it. It was like, get me out of here. Get me out of here. Yeah, and then you got to give it to Matt, though. He's a leader. Said what had to be said.
He is.
Was professional. Webb.
He did say it's going to play but this is what I was when I tweeted. I retweeted what it was said on. I think it was either KMBR or it might have been NBC Sports Bay Area. I can't remember. But I'm just tired of the talk. Stop talking about what you're going to do and just go out and do it. Right? Just stop the talk. I understand you got to, but if you're not going to back it up, then what's the hell the point? Just go out there and do it. That's all I want to say.
So a lot of chatter up on the social medias today from not just fans, from media sources who are like, a little hot streak down the stretch may have saved Farhan. And let's hope heck it's not.
No, it did not. Darren, what am I going to do with my Knights? Wondering how bad the Giants were with runners in scoring position.
Oh, we already know. So you just mull on it.
Yeah, Chapman was the best player on this. Well, you know what? You want to say Chapman or do you want to say Ramos? Offensively. Now, overall, yeah, Chapman. But with the bat in hand, I don't know. There could be some debate there with Ramos.
I think Chapman was.
Ramos had a great year, man. I thought he did well. It's something to build upon. I like Birdsong. Birdsong came out looking good. Granted, he gave up 3 runs. Yeah, overall. He gave up some runs, but he had 11 strikeouts, man. He was out there dealing. But then again, it's the last game of the season. A lot of people are not even caring anymore. They're just like, whatever, let's get this game over with. We got vacation to go on. So there you go, Alive. 100%.
Webb couldn't wait to shower and get the heck out of the stadium.
The record is going to tell you who you are as a team. And the Giants aren't very good. And they haven't been very good for a long time.
Yeah.
Let's think about this, guys. So now, So there's been 6 full seasons completed with Farhan at the helm.
Don't remind us.
How many times have they even surpassed 500? They surpassed 500 once. Rest of the seasons has either been under, or most of them are under. How many have they been at 500? Is it 1 or 2? Yeah, I think it's going to be tomorrow. And those of you who are worried that there's no news yet, don't worry about it. I think it happens tomorrow. I think the news is coming out tomorrow.
You think? Yeah.
I think.
I was hoping it was tonight. Let's just, They've had plenty of time. Ownership knows what they're going to do one way or the other. And you're leaning
They do, and that's why I think it's going to be tomorrow.
One way than the other.
before the Tuesday conference, I think we know what the status. I think the decision comes down. It's either yay or nay. Look, it's not out of the realm of possibility. There's that 2% chance that Farhan still sticks around.
What about Melvin now? He was just Zippo after the game.
It's a great point because he didn't say anything.
Not a peep.
He didn't say a damn word with the speech to the fans. It was only Webb and Chapman. Does that mean something, guys? Usually the manager is going to go out there and say something. Normally, right? Isn't that what normally happens?
Yep.
And it didn't happen. So I did find that telling. Is it something? I don't know. I guess we'll soon find out what that's going to be all about. Again,
big day tomorrow.
Big day tomorrow, and I guess we could kind of recap. I mean, goodness gracious, 80 and 82. Phew. Honestly, I was surprised they even got today. I thought they were going to be around 76, 77, but they kind of turned it on there at the end. They were catching teams at bad times, and they were playing some good baseball. What's up, Justin, man? How's it going, dude? It's just thank you. I don't know where you're getting that from, Mike, but you are correct. 3 state years, and that's not acceptable. And that's 3 years. Listen to this, Mike. That's 3 years having that extra wild card. That extra look in the last 3 years, the baseball has gifted other teams. We'll say gifted one team in the AL, one team in the NL to be able to try to make the playoffs. And the Giants haven't even been able to do that. That's pretty bad. It's pretty damn bad if your job as a GM is to try to get into those playoffs, right? And you can't even make the third wild card. I mean, that's telling, guys. I don't know how many times I have to say that.
Lackluster roster, and you get a lackluster performance.
And that's what it is. That's what it is. It's the constant.
Too many nights I go to the ballpark and looked up at that scoreboard. There's the roster for the night, and think, is this the best we can do? How come everybody else's looks better than ours?
If there is that 0.5% incremental chance of being better by platooning someone or putting, come on. That's not how you put a roster together. You put a roster together of good everyday players. There we go. What's up? Not a gamer. What's up, not a gamer? Hey, but there's nothing wrong with being a gamer.
Not a gamer. Is not a gamer new?
Yeah, he's new. Welcome to the chat, man.
I don't recognize that cool logo.
It's awesome. Here we go. Matt Chapman, Jung-Hoo Lee are 2 positives of the season, even though Lee got hurt.
I think so. I like Lee. A lot of people say
they
overpay. I don't think they overpaid.
Tim says, so do Giants introduce the new logo or GM on Tuesday? I don't know if they'll announce the new guy, but they definitely will announce, or not Tuesday, but I think tomorrow is going to be the day where they just announced that where they're moving on from Farhan. Man, if they already have someone in line, man, that's even better, to be honest with you. Yeah, Lee should be ready for spring training. They said he'd be ready for spring. I think he should have only been out for 6 to 8 months. So that puts him.
Oh, he's pretty close now, but of course.
Yeah, he should be.
Right. He's already working out.
He meant Pobo, Johnny. He meant president of baseball operations. Pobo. P-O-B-O.
Oh,
Mission Rock.
No.
What's up, Chris?
Maybe. I shouldn't say no, maybe. Are we going to have an over-under on the Mission? How many Mission Rock statements will there be? We know Mission Rock has been an issue. There's got to be two in the goodbye speeches.
Ooh, look at that. Already converted to MP4.
What's wrong?
Awesome. Thank you.
Oh, you're getting some video.
Yes. Thank you, Senior. Already converted. I don't have to do no conversions, man. That's even better. Let me load this up.
Working on?
Let me put this in the hopper and we'll have it ready to go. Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure. Oh, it's uploading. Okay, we're good to go.
Grand Admiral, you didn't miss much.
What's up, Grand Admiral?
You know what you missed. A lot of nothing. Farhan, bye-bye.
I think there's a good consensus here. I don't think is there anyone in the chat right now? Be honest, guys. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and bite your head off. I might make fun of you, but I'm not going to bite your head off. Is there anyone out there that supports Farhan Zaidi? Anybody? Look. Everyone to each their own, right? If you think
support him to what degree?
Hey, there might be.
To what degree, though? Oh, yeah, you know,
I don't see it, but is there? What's up, Moji? Good to see you, man.
I don't know if you support him, how you paint the picture. Jesus.
So what do we got? There's anybody out there?
Does anyone out there think he'll keep his job?
That's a different story. That's a whole different. Darren says, hell no. Sports guy, hell no. Anyone out there that says, you know what? I'll give Farhan one more year. Anybody?
That's been the consensus the last month anyway. No. We don't want him no more.
Yes, Johnny, you are correct. There are a few Farhan supporters out there. There are. I think people who visit this channel are pretty set in their ways. But hey, you never know. Moji, he's got to go. Mike, oh, hell effing no. He's dropping an effing in there. Been seeing some, but who are we going to replace him with talk? Yes. TC, I don't support him all, but he is definitely a funny dude. I don't think he's a clown. That's interesting. Eric has been fooling us. Get out of here. Look at Justin coming in here trying to come in freaking with an alias. Come on, man. I'm just wondering if there's anyone out there. I mean, hey, you guys could have your time too if you want to come out here and say, hey, yeah, I support Farhan and this is why. I'm willing to hear it. I want to hear what you have to say.
We can open up the channel tonight, Eric. We can play this out tonight.
Not yet, Cryptic.
Because I don't want to talk much about the
the game. There's no point of talking about the game. It means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. They lost.
Although McDonald looked good. He got one. He got
Trevor McDonald. Yeah, he looked good. Birdsong, like I said, looked pretty good.
The rest of the
Did you see what Billy Bean said about? Yeah,
I did.
Him.
I read the Twitter
I did
feed.
see what he said about him, and I don't care.
Full support.
Of course, he's going to support him. He hired him.
You hired him. Yeah, there you go.
He hired him, man. What's he going to say? Come on.
Sportsman says he saw Farhan today. Looking a little down in the dumps.
He looked straight. Of course he did. Probably because he's on his way out.
3
Ibrahim.
subpar. And Moji said Moji comes in with 3 subpar seasons, Eric. 3?
You know what? I tell you what I'll do.
A hell of a lot more than 3.
Yes. Hold on.
More. Come on.
We could look at it.
3 subpar?
Hey guys, and
I think you don't make the playoffs, it's subpar.
Where is it at? Come on. Where the hell is I guess I gotta go to standby. I gotta open up Baseball Reference and then
I don't think it's gonna I don't think it's Sabian. They've moved on from that, and it's still you've got the same chairman, you've still got the same ownership. You know, they moved on from those guys. What are we going to say next? We're going to go out and try to get Bochy back? Leave the past in the past.
I say if Sabian wants to come out, because he knows how to be a GM. He knows how to be a GM.
I can't see them. I can't.
It probably won't.
Them
probably won't.
Moved on from them, and this is an organization, not just Farhan. This is an organization, Eric, that has never admitted when they made a mistake.
Good point.
So I don't see them all of a sudden saying, yeah, we screwed up. All right, come on back in. We'll take you back.
All right, before I bring this up, Ibrahim, getting a new president of baseball operations puts pressure on ownership. If the next one does more of the same, we'll know ownership is pulling the strings. That's what I'd say to the Farhan apologists.
Hang on. I just got a text.
That's good.
I want to read this.
You got rid of me.
Oh,
what are you doing to me?
I didn't want to read it on air.
You're about to read it on air. Glenn, you're killing me. All right, guys, let's check this out. Done this before. Do it again. Here we go. 2019. First year, Farhan took over. Okay. 75 or 77.85. Okay. It's your first year. I get it. 2020, COVID year. Under 500. 2021, the magical year. Pretty damn good. Except you lost in the DS. Got bounced. Got bounced in the DS. Even though you got
beat out
by,
and gave up a hit to the worst hitter in Major League Baseball.
At that time.
Duvall.
Yes, he was, the
Duvall
Bellinger,
against
right?
Bellinger.
Bellinger, yep.
And they just said that on TV. Do you remember it? Relive that part. He's the worst hitter, he can't hit with that. Oh my God, he got a hit. It's over. So,
yep.
Yeah.
So 2021, there you go. Magic year it kind of put a kink in the works, that 21 season, because I think Farhan would have begun much sooner. 2022, 500. 2023, under 500.
Bears got to go.
2024, under 500.
Yeah, I don't see that as a couple of bad seasons.
That's not a couple of bad seasons. There is something there, right? There is something there. That's the issue I have.
Gluttony of subpar. And not just subpar in the record, subpar in every operational aspect of the organization, Eric.
Okay, I see where you're going with this, because when does what unlucky seasons? I say not. Unlucky. I say not.
You make your own. You make your own luck.
I tell you why.
Make your own luck.
I'm gonna show you something. Not a gamer. I'm gonna show you something. 1996. First year, Sabian took over. Last place, 68-94. 1997. 90-win season after 1 year.
Look at that steady pace beginning between 97 and 2000.
Yes. Look at this. In 1998, 89 wins over 500. 1999, 86 wins over 500. In 2000, 97 wins, lost in the DS. So that's 2 playoff appearances in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 season. There is 2 playoff appearances, and you've been over 500 except for that 1 season. 2001, 90-win season. 2002, we all know about 2002. 2003, 100-win season. So let's look at this.
Yeah, plus look at the other column. First, second, first, second, first, second.
Yes. So here we go.
Consistency.
Let's look at this. Let's look at winning seasons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 winning seasons
in a row
out of 9. And guess who was running the show then? Anyone want to guess? Anyone want to guess?
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
But does he want to come back?
Okay. Was there times when it got a little bit weird? It sure did. 2005, ugly. 2006, ugly. 2007, ugly. 2008, ugly. Okay. That's going to happen. There's going to be times in a length of a career, if you're in there long enough, you're going to have down years. But guess what the Giants were doing? You had Matt Cain coming through the pike. You had Lincecum and Madbum and Posey and Pablo and Belt and Crawford, right? Right? So things are, even though they're having down years, they were cooking with drafting and developing. It just takes a little bit of time.
And so Sabian never afraid to pull the trigger at trade deadline.
Correct.
Bolster the
so there we go.
The roster.
2009, they start getting back in winning ways. Okay, here we go. Look at this now. 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 14, 15, 16. Back to winning seasons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 winning seasons after those 4 non-winning seasons, and out of those, you won 3 World Series and then lost in the DS in 2016. Look, the guy I'm talking about is Brian Sabean. He was able to do this, right? So it's not impossible for a GM to come in and make an immediate impact. It can happen. Now, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But what has Farhan done? 1 winning season in 6 years. 1 winning season. The rest, you had 1 season at 500, and then the rest were below 500. Those aren't even, you're not even having winning seasons, guys. That's why I would love to see someone like Sabean come back. Is it going to be Sabean? Probably not. But damn, he sure as hell knows how to get it done. He knows how to get it done. The guy's connected, and I would love to see him come back.
Oh, no way, Mike. You just wait. You just wait. You just wait to see what the scouting staff has done for the San Jose Sharks, my friend.
The future's bright for them, right?
Yes, because they took it in the right direction. They hit the bottom, like anything in life. They hit the bottom of the barrel, started young, started with good young players, added a few veterans in there. Boom. They're going to be right back in the pack.
Yep.
Now, it's not going to be overnight. This is going to be a growing year, but this is the way you got to do it. And Farhan has been absolutely against playing the young players. Don't think for
he's
a minute
even to come out and
we
say
saw young players this year that all of a sudden he turned his ways and, I'm all for it. And then to make the statement earlier this week, leading into the weekend, saying
he said that he wished he had played
feel bad I couldn't get the young players more. You could get them. I'm losing it early.
Yeah.
You could get them more playing time.
He had the opportunity to give them their playing time, and he didn't give it to them.
You were playing to keep your job.
That's what he was. Yes. Correct.
Exactly
100%.
what he was doing. That's what he was doing, I think, up to today. Why were we watching Canna and Conforto and Eric? My God.
Yeah, I know. Live, I'm going to speak to this. Larry Baer is a mistake that needs to be fired too. Okay, I'll tell you one thing about Larry Baer that I've noticed. Yeah, has he made mistakes? 100%. Did I like when he was coming on there talking about Mission Rock? Hell no. I hated that. That was stupid earlier in the season. But one thing you can't fault Larry about is he loves the team, right? He may not exactly make the right decisions on certain things, but you can't argue the fact that he loves the San Francisco Giants. He does. Unfortunately, when he had that incident a few years ago, he kind of, yeah.
All right, Eric.
Eric,
I'll question
his role was diminished. His role was diminished.
I'll question that statement. I think Larry Baer simply likes money.
Maybe.
Winning, yay.
Maybe.
Money, yay.
Okay, I can't argue with that. I cannot argue with that.
He got 2 full innings of press time earlier this year, press box on the broadcast.
Right. But he may have been told to say that, though. He might have been told to say that. So I'm not going to.
Mission Rock.
Like it. That was dumb.
Mission Rock.
That was stupid.
All I heard out of ownership this year was Mission Rock.
Yeah.
And they used the Giants as a platform.
Of course. Yes. That's what I'm trying to get to, Senior.
Need more love.
That's what I want, right? Is I want someone who loves the game. That is what I want. Because that is an important factor. But along with that, you also need to know what the hell you're doing. Mike S. Yep. I mean, who doesn't like money? But I agree with Eric. I do believe Barry loves this team and wants to win. He just probably doesn't have much say anymore. That's what I think, man. That is what I think is the issue. He had that incident that was recorded on a cell phone, and I think he basically lost favor. That, if you remember, guys, that's when Greg Johnson came and that's when Charles put his son Greg in charge of the team, because it was basically Larry running the show there as far as ownership is concerned.
So we've been able to put our finger on it. Is it the Johnsons that are calling the shots here over all the other ownership? As a
they got the largest percentage, 30-something%,
majority
right?
stake. But I mean, they.
So I think, yeah,
I think it's all these rich people with nothing better to do with their money. And say, oh, go to cocktail parties. Say, yeah, a little major league team.
Well, and again, maybe something has happened here.
And they want to make money.
Because, baseball, baseball isn't what, like, there's a lot of us probably in this chat, and there maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what the percentage would be. But remember the days of what baseball used to be like before it was full tilt analytics. And look, how do I say this? There is nothing wrong with analytics per se, right? It's what you do with said analytics.
You can't overuse it.
Correct. How are you applying analytics in making your team better? The way Farhan is doing it is, I don't think, is optimal. I think it's bad. It's not good for winning baseball. Look, but let's think about this. And what is analytics, guys? Tell me, what is analytics? Answer me this. Is a batting average, is that analytics? Is on-base percentage analytics? Is slugging percentage analytics? The reason why I picked those three, guys, is for the longest time, if you look on the back of a baseball card, what are the stats that they show on the back of a baseball card, Glenn? What is
your
the
basic stats? Games played, runs, hits, errors.
Runs, hits,
ERA,
hits, home runs, ERA, and if you're a hitter, your batting average, your on base, and
never said lefties, righties, never said any of that.
But here we go. That is analytics. A batting average is analytics. On base percentage is analytics. Slugging is analytics. How many home runs you hit in a season is analytics, right?
Yeah.
How many doubles? How many strikeouts? How many walks?
I'm just pulling out a card now.
Analytics, guys. That is analytics, right? Yeah. The problem is now it's gotten to the point of it. Now it's getting more. It's going beyond analytics. It's going into like nuclear type stuff. I mean, it's just like, what are you doing? What do I care about launch angle? Granted, it may serve a purpose. It may, but I don't care. What the velocity of the ball coming off a bat, I don't care. If you go to the game and you hear it and you watch it, you know that he hit the ball hard. You know when a ball is hit hard. Does it matter whether it's 100 or 115 miles an hour? It doesn't freaking matter, right? If he hits a squibber, does it matter if it was 25 or 35 miles an hour? No, it doesn't. That's the stuff I'm talking about. Does it matter on how this hitter hits against lefties and righties? If it's a huge number, okay, then it might matter. But if it's an infinitesimal type of number, who gives a shit, man? I don't care.
All I want to see as far as analytics is RISP.
Okay. Runners, the hits with runners in scoring position, yeah.
There's one I want to see, which we didn't perform it.
And if you think about it, there's stats out there. WRC plus, OPS plus. I don't mind those. Those don't bother me. What's another one? There's another one out there. Those aren't bad.
No, it wasn't, Mike.
It's the in-game strategy, how they're basing it off of some. Is it even? I guess it's analytics. It's just there's something weird, and I don't understand it. Oh yes, senior. Yes. Speaking of hard contact, check this out.
We go ahead. Boy, Charlie.
Mom, I need a warranty. I need a warranty.
Go, Charlie.
All right, there we go. Sign that kid, man.
Is that his son?
That is senior softball kid's son Charlie hit an opposite field homer. That was nice to see. And then he pulled one down left field. That was great, man.
I'm going to ask you something, Eric. Maybe I'm missing something. So if I'm coaching, are they taught differently now? You notice he touches the base with the left leg. Are they taught
It's a home
that?
run. I don't think it matters.
Yeah. Geez, my area, you'd be benched for doing something like that.
Senior, can I ask you something? I'm going to ask you something specifically. I'm guessing you played Little League. You played Little League when you were a kid. Do you see?
Haven't we all, Eric?
The reason this is why I'm asking, because he's very involved with what his son does, which is freaking awesome, commendable. What I want to know is there something different from the time, Senior, that you were playing Little League compared to the way that your son is playing now? Are they teaching something different? Is it still the same? Is it still the fundamentals? Is it still whatever it may be? Or is there something that's different in what they're teaching these kids now, being with the onset of the extreme use of analytics? I want to know if there is something, is there something to that? Because again, it kind of speaks to maybe what's happening all over in baseball, not just in Little League, but in high school, college, minor leagues, and of course, the major leagues. Yes, Tom. Yes. Wotus knows how to balance between the eye test and analytics. 100%. I think he should be the manager. Tom, I think he should be the manager. Bring in Sabian.
I like seeing Wotus break down the games. How come they do that as well, Eric? How come when you watch the post game on NBC, there is never talk about a stable of talent over there? My God, they've got about 6 hosts, and then they've got Wotus is on about every 5th or 8th game, and it's a cast of character. You don't know, like a box of Cracker Jacks, who you're getting any given day. And
yeah, they're just
a post game show. You're supposed to know who you get. There's the host and the guy who does the analysis.
I don't know. Maybe they're. I don't know. Maybe they just want different. Maybe they just want different opinions. I don't know. To be honest,
way too.
I can't answer that.
It's the only team in the league. I watch all the away broadcasts as well. They're the only team that does that.
Yeah, I used to watch it back in the day.
I think it's the worst post game.
When it was Greg
game in baseball,
they would have Greg Papa, and then they have Bill Lasky and Vida Blue. I used to love those guys on the post game. Fantastic. All right, here we go. Senior says, my son is 11, has been learning stuff that I didn't know until high school. The kid's baseball IQ is leaps and bounds ahead of where we were when I was a kid. Interesting. Okay, and is that just because I'm guessing that's because of technology, right, Senior? Because again, when we grew up, you couldn't just get on a computer and see people's swings and people talking about that stuff. I guess it's the availability of information that's out there was totally different when we were growing up than what it is with these youngsters. These youngsters, man, literally, it's on their phone. It's even more than evolution, LD. I think it's the information, the ability to tap into information that would otherwise not be able to get if it wasn't for social media and the such. So maybe that's what it is. Oh, I forgot, Johnny. You're also involved with your son as well at Little League. So, well, there you go. He acknowledges what Senior is saying, that there's the higher baseball IQ with kids now. Yeah, video has changed everything.
Yeah,
there you go. And I think maybe that's what it is. And I think that's good because information's good. But the problem is it's what you do, again, what you do with said information. And I don't think Farhan knew how to. I think he had in his mind what he wanted to do, but it did not translate on the field. What he had in his mind did not translate to what happened between the lines. And that's the disconnect. The Giants tried with him. It didn't work. Look, when they first hired him, I was just excited as everyone. There was a lot of people excited because Giants, they were in that slump again. They had 3 years of just, actually it wasn't 3 because 2016, it was 2017 to 2018. It was 2 bad years, and the Giants, for some reason, or Giants fans, just wanted something different. And everyone thought, hey, we got Farhan. He did wonders with the Dodgers. Maybe he could do that with the Giants. But I think, again, it just didn't work out. I mean, he gave it the old, as you say, he gave it the old college try. It just doesn't work. He's going to have to, if he wants to succeed in staying in the baseball world, he's going to have to change his ways because I just don't think it works. I don't think, and it's not just that. I don't think he's a very good evaluator of talent. I haven't been in a negotiating room with him, but it seems like he can't really get some deals done from what it sounds like. I mean, that was evident this year when they went and extended Chapman. Buster Posey had to step in and get that deal done. There you go, Martin. What's up, Martin? Van Nostrand. Seen him in here a couple of times. Says, besides technology, kids have access to trainers to work on their swing, fielding, footwork that we didn't have. Well, there you go, Martin. There's another factor. Information and then people being able to work with these kids. Okay. There we go. What is up, Robert Duville? Hey, Glenn, Eric, chat. You chime in, too, if you think ownership keeps Farhan, but Buster takes over making decisions. I don't. I think Buster is probably going to be on the short list. He's got to go, LD. I think tomorrow. I think it's going to be tomorrow. 100% it'll be tomorrow.
I think that if they don't do it tomorrow and it lingers, the fact that he's even going to tomorrow, if this lingers, it just shows that maybe again, ownership.
I get a little bit worried. If you don't hear nothing tomorrow, I start worrying.
Yes, because then they don't have a direction.
Oh, they have a direction. It's the same old, same old. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah. They've had plenty of time to know what they're going to do. And here it is. I mean, I own my own businesses. Eric, if it's the ratings period and the ratings book comes in and I look at the ratings and you're the bottom of the barrel, then that reflects on my business.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say, Eric, I like you, but I got to let you go. And I don't care what Billy Bean or the guy who owns the coffee shop. Oh, yeah, listen to Eric every day on the morning show. Yeah, he's a great guy, great kid. Love his show. Yeah, well, the ratings stink and I'm not selling any ads. Heave ho. That's what happens in business and why they don't seem to have a very good business sense as far as running this operation. And I don't understand that.
Okay, here we go.
When you're in an ownership role and you are not pissed
What the hell was that?
I guess didn't pay my bill. They're coming to get me. Yeah, why they, I don't know.
Here we go. What is going on, dude?
You can hear that.
I heard that.
When the guys think, maybe I moved to the hood. It's crazy out there.
Check this out. This came out about an hour ago. MLB trade rumors. Cardinals pursuing shift in philosophy. John Mozeliak and Oliver Marmol to remain in current roles. So what does that mean? What is the shift? What is the shift that's going to take place? Is anyone out there familiar with St. Louis Cardinals baseball philosophy? Is anyone out there? What direction are they leaving and what direction are they going to? I do not know. If there's any Cardinal fans or anyone who's following the Cardinals, I would like to understand what exactly is the philosophy that they've had and what they're wanting to maybe go to. Be interesting to see here. Be interesting to hear what the deal is there. But
if you've had a bad year and you need to change your philosophy and you're not willing to make a change among the front office, then again, I say they got problems too, Eric.
They might have some problems because Mozeliak, he's there. Is he what do they call him? Some operations, they call him a GM. I don't even know.
I think one of their philosophies is trying to get fans back. You know what? Speaking of getting fans back in the stadium, today, Eric, I don't know if you were able to pull it up. We were going to take a look. We didn't look at the stats from the game. Today was Fan Appreciation Day. There weren't that many fans to appreciate.
Oh my God.
I was looking at the lower bowl and the whole upper deck where I sit.
It's empty. It's almost empty. And then the lower
night game.
It was funny in the middle of the game when they show the picture from the Giants dugout, and you could see a bunch of rows of green seats over there down the right field line. I'm like, wow, I did not expect that being the last game of the season.
They were talking about it on the Cardinals broadcast today. They said, was a nice crowd for about 8 batters today.
Really? They said
the
that.
second inning, they started to pile out. Is there something going on in the city we don't know about? Yeah. Yeah. They just had a subtle little dig, but it was true. A lot of empty seats. I don't know how many there were come the first pitch of that game, and what the big, what were they giving away today? It's usually a giveaway. Maybe that was a giveaway. Maybe there was something.
Isn't always the last innings? Isn't it always the airplane giveaway or something? The tickets.
Yeah, but you gotta like radio. You milk that to the 8th inning. You don't give it away in the second inning. They said everybody's piling out. It's only the second inning.
Right.
Yeah. Empty seats galore.
Mike says everyone's watching the Niners game. That's probably right. Well, I mean, the Giants are out of it. That's why.
Yeah, but watch it. Eric, one thing to be out of it and then another thing to be in it. That was a boring Niner game. It's the Patriots. Give me a real game. Jeez. That was pathetic. Almost as boring, Eric, as my win in fantasy today.
Oh, yeah?
I'm only up by about 70 points.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I think he's got one guy going tomorrow. Unless he has the world record of all fantasy days, I win again.
Alive, if you just type, you're not going to be able to put the link in. I won't be able to see the link. If you could just tell me where you found it.
No gifts were handed out, like past home games. They went cheap.
What?
I did not hear anything in their advertisements. Usually it is,
usually
Appreciation Day, brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Brought to you by, a lot of times it's Alaska Air. They give away a trip on Alaska Air every inning.
Yes,
or they give away, they promote their sponsors, who's been a big sponsor throughout the year. I heard Zip, no advertising, no commercials, nothing. I told you the only commercial I've been seeing lately, it's got what's her name from the press box from last year saying, "Come on out to the ballpark." Yeah, I bet you she wants her image off there.
Oh,
she's not getting her royalties.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
She should just go back to radio. She was good on there.
Wow. Interesting. But again,
weren't they giving a senior? Were they giving away gifts at the ball game today? The Little League game?
Yeah, I know, right?
You probably had more fun. I think Fan Appreciation Day comes tomorrow.
Tomorrow, huh?
Yeah. And the 12-hour performance. This guy.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'll pop in, visit you for a couple of hours.
I can't believe they brought it back, Rick. The nothing like it. I didn't understand that whole thing. That was really weird. Just a tad. Just a tad.
I'm looking
at again, if there's no announcement tomorrow, that's when I get worried because they're supposed to have a press conference on Tuesday. So maybe we got to keep. Maybe they break it late tonight. I don't think so. I think it's going to be sometime tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow night then.
Should be interesting. I'm sure the affected parties already know what the hell's going on. Pretty sure.
Oh my God, Eric. I'm looking at it online. Fan Appreciation Weekend. Blah, 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 blah. We'll simply celebrate the best fans in baseball. No mention of giveaways.
Wow. Maybe they had too many in during the season.
That's the draw. Maybe they ran out of bobbleheads, man. I don't know. Jeez. They got to have a bobblehead in every crappy series, guys. Believe me, I'm there. Every crappy series, they give away a bobblehead to pull in an extra 15,000 people. And the same crap has happened today. By the 4th inning, Eric, actually, they stayed quiet. I think it was the 7th inning. Remember the game you and I were at? The folks to your left?
Mm-hmm.
They left about the 6th, 7th inning. It was late. They had kids.
Yeah.
They didn't even get a freaking bobblehead. The kids. Yeah. So shame on you, Giants.
Yeah, I know.
People buying tickets, they got 2 kids there and didn't get a bobblehead. God.
Here we go. Cardinals are going to pair the major league payroll, overhaul the minor leagues, and invest in player development. Interesting.
Hey, something else, Eric, with those giveaways? Every other team. If I go to a Blue Jays game, I spend a lot of time on business over in Toronto the past few years. When I go to a Blue Jay game, it's usually come on out to see the Seattle Mariners Friday night, and when you attend, you get a team calendar. Or you get a Blue Jays hat. Or you get blah, da, 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 da. Not if you're the first 8,000 Cheap,
Right.
man. Cheap.
Yeah, they've done that for a long
Giants
time.
doing?
They've done that.
Keep it out, man.
They've done that for as long as I can remember.
Cheap.
SFS, save for Soto. All right, guys.
I watched a bit of the 49ers today, Mike, and I had to shut it off. Boring football. Ugh. That was boring. God, New England sucks.
That is true.
Johnny
Even
likes Little League better.
100%. I think Ramos, man, he contributed. Even Fitzgerald, they contributed to quite a few wins for the Giants. It could have been much worse than just
No,
losing.
thanks to Farhan.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Mike, see, we could have this talk another night, Mike. I do not judge a game's interest, excitement, whether we win or lose. We could lose a lot of games. I still go, we've lost games over at Oracle Park. I go home and go, what a freaking game. We lost, but what a game. I don't judge a game on winning and losing, though. Just me.
Is this what I'm...
You're going to have a hell of a game. Geez, we had a great game we lost early. Remember that game last month, Eric? I was at when I think you were on a few minutes before I got home. Remember the night that Sale and Snell pitched and I was over there?
Mm-hmm.
We lost in the extra inning. That was a hell of a game. One of the best I saw all year. We lost, but it's still best game I saw.
Right.
So, I don't know. What about you, Eric? You don't have to win to get your money's worth at a ball game.
Time to look at this. Interesting. Where I can pull it over here. All right. I tell you what. Oop, don't want to do that. Almost messed up.
MLB says Willie Adames is a superstar.
A superstar? Adames is a superstar? Hold on.
Nice, Cryptic. Nice. Yeah. I don't even like going over to I like football, but I won't go over to Levi Stadium. Too far away from me. Traffic, getting in there. Getting in there is like going to a NASCAR race. The real race is after the day's events. Sheesh, you get in there. You don't. Last NASCAR race I went to, it ended at 4:30 in the afternoon. Never got out of the parking lot till 11:30 at night. I don't hate the 49ers. Anybody else hate the 40? Well, I don't hate the 49ers. Just think it was a boring game today. LD says, Snell, less than 50%. I don't think he's coming back. I think by skipping out on the game yesterday, he didn't even, this was fan appreciation weekend. He didn't even pitch an inning. He didn't, a quote unquote bullpen game with your starter. He just didn't show up. So you know what? To me, good riddance. Pay him millions. And I can't pitch because it's the last game of the season for me. And I don't buy into that. I hire you to go to work. Your day has come. You didn't show, calling in sick days because I don't want to break a pinky. I got to sign for big money. To hell with that.
Right on, Robert. It was great meeting you too, man. That was fun. That was a lot of fun that night, or that day, I should say. That was a lot of fun.
Robert, was it that bad a season that the highlight was meeting Eric?
I know, huh?
Oh my God.
That tells you it was pretty
had
bad.
Low expectations. What do you got there?
Projected 2025. Look at that. Only 141. That's the projection for next year.
The payroll?
Woo! Yes.
Whoa. What are you talking about? Look at, 2028, 69,000? What are you talking about?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
What in the heck are you looking at? Actually, we got to look at this one too. You got to look at tax payroll. That
I'm confused.
Look at, right? So here it is. 168 million for 2025.
I don't even know how to read that. Year end.
Here we go.
2025.
Here's Blake Snell, right?
Yeah.
32, and he's supposed to. He's not going. This is gone. All right. Robbie Ray is going to be here next year. Matt Chapman.
So you got
Porto
Matt Chapman
gone.
at 19, Eric.
Yeah, that's how much they paid him for this year, $19 million.
Jung-Hoo Lee, $8,250,000. Look at those. Eric,
Hold on.
in my opinion, is still a cheap-ass organization.
Here you go. Hold on. Conforto's gone. Oops. Yeah, right? Yeah, gone.
God, I heard talk today. Canna's coming back.
Taylor Rogers, 12. Mark Canna, he will not be back.
Good.
Jung-Hoo Lee,
that's what I was
17
hearing.
million. Logan Webb, that's cheap, 12, but it's going to start going up. Mike
Yeah, what about
Ostremski,
you?
arbitration number 4, so he's got one more year of arbitration. Wilmer Flores, 3 million. Jordan Hicks, this is whatever, 12 million. Tom Murphy, whatever. There's Lamont Wade, arbitration number 3.
Yeah.
Tyler, arbitration number 3. Matzik, who cares? Kirk Casale will be gone. All right, here, let's take a look at this.
But look at that lineup, the roster you read off, Eric.
That's not what I'm worried about.
Oh, I don't even know why we bother. It's a bunch of crap.
Okay, here we go. Okay, guys.
We got nothing on the books, really.
So what's that mean?
I mean, spend the freaking money, Eric, and build
On
a
who?
team.
On who?
What?
You know who I'm talking about. Go
Yeah.
freaking get Soto.
Go trade. Oh,
Not trade. Can't trade nobody.
yeah.
Come on. Look
I
at
know
that.
You're not playing that freaking video again, are you?
Oh, it's coming. It's coming. what is the CBT? Hold on. Let me Google that.
That's
What is
right,
next
there's
year's CBT?
Cheap ass. Look at from Yastrzemski, the list Eric just showed us. Look from Yastrzemski down, and look how cheap this freaking lineup is. From the Yaz down, the Casales of the world, and the Wisleys of the world. What a cheap organization this is. It's cheap, Eric.
Let's see.
Why? In my opinion, we're no better. Look, we're no better than the Chicago White Sox roster, Eric.
Okay, here we go. So here we go. 241, I think. 241. 241. $241 million is the CBT limit for next year. Right? Let's see where we're at here.
If you say so. It's 11 o'clock on a Sunday night. I can't keep track of it, man. You're on your own.
Just looking at this real quick. They got $73 million to work with, if I'm not mistaken. $73 million if they want to stay under the CBT. Because if you remember, look in 2026, it goes down even further. It drops it by another $60 million almost. Come on. Come on.
Oh,
They can
gotta
do
keep
it
going.
and stay under the CBT. Right? Come on.
So if they sign
Come
Soto,
on.
you're saying there's not going to be a lot left over.
Oh, bullshit. Yeah, there will be.
How much?
It depends how much you give Soto.
No, well, of course. Soto's not
Right.
coming in cheap.
But if you go over to CBT 1 year, that's fine. Actually, this would be the second year they go over because they went over this year for 2024. They'd have to go over again on 2025. So you're going to pay some of it, but you're only paying on the percentage that you go over. So what was it for this year? It was, and they went 250.
Well, I've seen people with ridiculous. What do you think? I've seen ridiculous figures. I've seen people, well, we can get them in for $23 million. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Blue Jays, Mets, Yankees are starting at 50. $50 million, Eric.
Yep. Hey,
Why?
we can take a look at that.
Why? And some
Hold
people
on.
go, they're never paying him $50 million. Why? Same philosophy you and I have said. Predominantly, you started it. Because he's 25 years old. He's going to get the $50 million. That's just to get a seat at the table, Eric.
Look, Blue Jays have even more money to spend if they want.
The Blue Jays are loaded.
They got some money to spend.
They were on Rogers Sportsnet Radio this week. They said the Blue Jays do not care about overspending.
Let's look at Boston. That's another player or another player in this. Yep. See?
And that's something true,
They got
Eric.
some money.
You know, these teams that don't worry about any luxury tax, none of that crap. Those are the teams spend the money and win.
Mm-hmm.
You know, teams go, well, we've got to stay. We're $1 million short of the luxury tax, so we did our job. Nice. And then you finish in 5th place. You spend the money, you pay the tax, you win.
Okay.
You got to pay to play.
Let's look at where New York is.
Or you can trot out Casale.
Look at that.
Resign Casale.
Holy crap. They got a bunch of money coming off the books next year. I didn't realize that. What? Wow. I did not realize that. That much money is coming off the books.
They're loaded too, eh? They're loaded.
Interesting. Oh boy. Oh, maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree here. I didn't realize that freaking New York was going to shed a lot of that payroll after this year. Whoo-wee. Wow.
You're right, Grant. The millions he just wasted over 6 years.
Yes, correct.
The money and the just wasted roster spots.
Unbelievable, man. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out.
Cohen's got the money. He'll just say how much. Blue Jays, they'll just say how much.
Those
3 teams are my opinion.
It's going to be interesting.
Yankees, Mets. I say Mets and Toronto Blue Jays. And the Giants got to get realistic or don't even bother don't even book a flight. Stop playing tiddlywinks and like a little I almost said it. Little chihuahua nipping at their, we gave you $50 million. We're giving you $50 and $100,000 for coffee money. Like, you got to get real, Eric. They're always like, we'll talk in terms of what other teams are talking. You got to take a leadership role. If I want to hire somebody, I bring him in. I go, look, here's what I'm willing to pay you. And if you can get more across the street, well, good luck to you. That's what I can pay. I don't really negotiate. I go, I want him. Go get him. I told you how I do my business strategy when it comes to promotions over on the radio stations. If that guy's giving away a Ford Escort, I go get me a Porsche. I don't freak around with don't get me 2 little cars. Get me the granddaddy. You gotta, if they want to play at the big boys table, gotta spend big boy money.
Yeah, true. First things first, got to get a new damn GM. If they don't, then there's no part of even talking about this. This is good. Look, Giants are going to have competition. There's no doubt about it. A lot of it's going to, a lot of it may be just preference on where Soto wants to go. I think all these teams can offer the money. All right?
I know, Cryptic. You know what? Hey, the more people talk about me, the more I love. Actually, somebody mentioned the other day, advertising. So I went out and sold 2 more ads this week. So, hey, people want to talk about me, man. Yeah. When I live in people's head rent-free, so be it. And look, Walton back in the lineup today, Eric. It's too much of that for me this year.
Yeah, I know. Whatever. What is plan B if you don't get Soto? Plan B is blow it up, probably, right?
I think so.
Because all Giants have been doing is plan B. Giants have been in plan B since 2019. That's it. That is it.
It's almost like a rebuilding mode, but they didn't start the rebuilding mode, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They didn't blow it up. To rebuild, you've got to
to rebuild, you got to be able to hit on the draft.
In place. We don't have the pieces. We don't.
You have to be able to hit on the draft. And how many times has Farhan been able to hit on that draft?
Oh, I know, Grant. I'm well
Yes,
aware.
Christian. Too much wisely as well.
Thanks, buddy.
Agreed. 100%. Can't let the Yaz go unless you trade him. He's arbitrary. I know. Exactly, Darren. That's the one reason why I think Yaz can. Look, can Yaz be a good 4th outfielder? Sure, he can be.
Yeah, 4th outfielder. Yes, he's a nice bench piece. He'll become your Wilmer Flores
100%.
of the world.
He'd be a good bench piece. I have no issues with that.
Every day.
But not your everyday guy you put out there every single day. I just don't see that. Just don't see that. I don't know, man.
Liam says,
I'm just tired.
On a fantasy ball because he knows ball the most. I finished so far out of the baseball league. I
You were out for a while.
What?
Been out for a while.
Yeah, it didn't help. In ours, how many were we allowed? 35 roster moves, Eric, for the whole season, and I used 35.
No, there was 60. There were 60 roster moves.
Oh,
not the first month.
I used my 60th by about May the 12th. I couldn't. The only way I could make somebody got hurt, I had to make trades. I was in the basement. Hey, I wouldn't chuckle over there, Romo.
Yeah. Oh, I suck too, man. I suffered a lot of injury, man. I thought I was gonna get some guys, and then they just wound up being hurt way too long, and then I just
Dan was crapping on me about my
trades.
Good. I was so far out of it. The only way I could try
it was all about having fun, man.
To make trades. That's right. I stopped putting in my roster, and I did better. So that tells you what I know about baseball. I put my hey, Eric. Hey, what a philosophy. I put in my best players and just left them there.
Yeah.
Smelling that?
Yeah.
I put my best players in and I walked away.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Way too much Farhan this year. Correct, LD. Yes. 100%. But where do we go from here, guys? Where do we go from here? As San Francisco Giants fans, what is the way forward? We kind of been talking about the way forward probably for about the last, month? Something like that.
Oh, see, I don't even...
All right,
Look, okay. Rick Brown says Cards want to trade Sonny Gray. I hope that's not directed at us because I don't want anything with these old pitchers, Eric. Sonny Gray's, though. I don't want Sonny Gray to sign.
I don't think, was he a free agent? I don't think he's a free agent. We are looking at that the other day.
Cards want to trade Sonny Gray.
Giants don't have anyone to trade. You're going to give up.
I wouldn't want them to trade it.
I ain't giving up Wiseman.
I don't want Wiseman for Sonny Gray.
No, Sonny Gray had a good season, but no.
No. Look,
here's the thing.
Hey, Eric, the Giants had a great season in 2021, but I don't want to keep Farhan.
Here's the thing. Robbie Ray, when he comes back next year, is probably going to be pretty good. Am I right? What do you guys think? Okay, let's hear it, guys. Robbie Ray is probably going to be a good pitcher next year. Yay or nay?
I think so.
I think he's going to be fantastic. The guy was a former Cy Young winner just like Snell was. The guy's got nasty stuff. He's got the stuff. And remember, he's going to be another almost year removed when the next season starts from Tommy John. So he's going to be that much better.
Extra 8 months of rehab.
I think if you have Ray and Snell as 1 and 2, I think he opts in. He ain't going to get $25 million anywhere else.
Yeah, I say and I'm not disappointed with that if he opts in.
I think Ray's going to be okay.
Nice
that's what I feel.
Spot. He could be a nice number, 3? Nice number 3. Another season of that echoes through the.
He will break like Rodon. You think so?
Like watching women's tennis.
Christian thinks he might break down, maybe, but he's going to be But the thing is he's only going to be around for 1 year. Because then he'll probably, if he has a good year, then
if he can opt out, you got to pay him. So
because he's gonna, I think he's got another opt out. Doesn't he have an? Oh, I got rid of it. I thought he had an opt out for the last 2 years.
Liam, it's open to debate. A better season next year, quite possibly, could be just as bad.
It could.
You can't say that. You can't say that until you can have a great roster and still
you can't say that until the Giants make changes. If they're coming back from Farhan, they're not going to be better.
No, it'll be the same crap all over again. And, platooning and minor league call-ups with guys we never heard of to play for a week, and then they're gone. And it's
is that what it is, Mike? Okay, then he's going to be with the Giants for 2 years. And if you think about it, for someone like Ray at $25 million, that's okay.
Yeah, I like Jung-Hoo Lee coming back next year.
Problem is, he's going to have to learn again. Christian, and the reason why the reason why he was so up and down is because I think he came back too early from Tommy John. 100%. I think he came back too early from Tommy John. They said the first thing or the last thing that comes back Yeah,
right?
the last thing that comes back for Tommy John is your command, and he just did not have that command. That's just the way it was. Next year, I think he's going to be better.
Every game he pitched, he was tough out of the gate. Terrible first inning every night out.
Webb was like that. Webb is a historically bad first inning pitcher.
He's just historically bad.
So it's going to be interesting. So maybe the Giants can go out there, get Soto. I know people hate it. Get Soto. Maybe get a Max Fried, a Jack Flaherty.
You know what? Alive, Mike,
I don't know about Shane Bieber.
Eric. Let's just hold on. Pump the brakes. Let's just wait and see if we get a new GM.
Yeah, that's the first thing. That's the first thing that has to go. If he doesn't, then forget it. Well, everything we're talking about means absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
We won 80 games this year. Yeah, they won one game better than last year. Whoopity-doo, right, LD?
Eric, if you're filling out the report card, though, Farhan Zaidi's report card, what do you actually put down? Like, if my daughter has a bad term in a subject, occasionally the teacher will put, but listens well in class or participates, didn't get a good grade. What can you say that is positive? I have a hard time coming up with positives for Farhan.
I guess he's good at getting marginal players. That's the only thing, right?
Well, that's not.
But does that put
that's
again?
Not what I was looking
that's
for,
it.
Eric.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He's good at getting those. He's okay finding those marginal. Look, he's good at players 30 through 40 on your 40 man. 1 through 29, he absolutely stinks. He's good at working at the bottom of the 40. That is it.
Tier players. He finds them. He loves to dumpster
Yes, Mike.
dive.
Exactly. So what I'm trying to say.
Dumpster dive. That's why it would not surprise me, and I know I'm going way out here on a limb. I mean, you don't want to quote me on this, but that's why I say guys like, oh my God, Hassan Kim, he'll be out all next year. I could see him cozying up and say, we could sign him to a 3-year deal. Cheap. Right. Because he gets him on that nobody wants to. There'll be less people at the table in that deal. When there's a negotiation and he's all alone in the corner and he gets something going. Oh, somebody wants to work with me. Yeah, I'll talk about getting him. Nobody. He fails. It's a massive epidemic failure in signing the quality players. Why? Mm-hmm. Who knows? Attitude, philosophies, ownership, but there has to be something I say there's got to be something standing in his way because he can't possibly be this bad for this many years, Eric.
Yeah.
Occasionally I have employees and if they suck, I got to fire them. But occasionally I could go to you and say, Eric, you had a great promotion. He did something well. I can't come up with anything.
What are you going to do, man? What are you going to do?
I can't say, no, he's not going to sign Cobb, but that's the kind of crap that we put up with. Yeah.
Birdsong, I want to see him. Birdsong may be something. He might be something.
Johnny says not sold on him. I like what I've seen from Birdsong.
I'm sorry. I tell you what, I like Birdsong better than Harrison at this point. At this point in time right now.
As the season's gone on, too.
All right, what do we got here?
Yeah, Niner.
Come on.
The guy is cheap. It's like, my God, can you imagine Farhan when he was a kid growing up in Canada, like the 70s and 80s? His parents must have shopped $1.44 a day at Woolco.
Don't even know where that's at. No. Bulletproof. Other way around, buddy. I hear what you're saying. He says we have the right pieces. Ramos, Wade Jr.
Wade Jr. is not a piece. Get him out of here.
Wisely. Oh, dude.
Oh, God.
Bulletproof. Not Wade Jr. Not Chapman. Not Wisely. Those are pieces. I agree, but that's not who you add around, man. You know who you add around?
Let's do it.
You know who adds around?
Let's do it, Eric.
Yeah, gonna do it. There you go. That's who you build around.
Fresh
Tiger.
look, by the way. Like it.
Yeah, Tiger. That's who you build around. You don't build around Chapman. You might maybe build around Eldridge, but that's what you do. You get Soto and you put Ramos and Fitzgerald and Eldridge and Lee and Chapman around Soto. Come on, you got to get it right. You got to get the guy to build around. Giants do not have the guy yet.
In other words, you put your good talent around a superstar. We don't have a superstar.
Right.
We don't have one.
Well, Mike, the reason why I didn't put Chapman in there because it's about getting Soto and then having those young guys built around Soto. Don't get me wrong. I understand Chapman is a piece, but the whole premise of that video is you got to get Soto and you have a bright future to build around Juan Soto. They're all about the same age. The youngster is going to be Eldridge, but everyone else is around the same age.
Eric, Ramos is not a superstar. And I can't say you build around him. You can't.
He might be. He might be.
A year or two. Not now.
Yes, not now.
He was cold for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
He was cold.
But he's still better than, come on. I would take him.
Let's see what you're doing,
3.
Eric. See what
No,
you're
I'm
doing.
not.
He's better than. He was terrible for 6 weeks. He's better. He's better. That tells you how much.
Let's look at.
Or not much. That tells you how little we had to work.
Let's look what he did.
He was an all-star, Eric. He was an all-star.
That's 100% he was an all-star. You know what?
Great player. Speaking
of which, you want to see
if you're building around him, then I got to call it a day. I go, that's it.
You could. I mean,
you can't build around him.
Do you build around Eldridge?
Yes.
Ramos could be quite as elite.
Oh, so we're going to have according to Eric, we're going to have a whole team of elite players.
We could. I mean, listen to this. This is Ramos's line. Batted .269, 72 RBIs, 22 home runs, a 322 on base.
How many at-bats?
He had 475 at-bats. It's not bad.
22 homers.
To be honest with you, I guarantee you, he probably had the best average. Maybe Fitzgerald might have had more. Fitzgerald might have had more.
He's a rookie, too streaky for me to call a star.
He might get, but you got to remember, this is his first full year, though.
Yeah, I just said. You're not even listening to me. I said he's a rookie.
Yeah.
See what he does next year.
Yes. And that's why I thought they should have done that with Matos, because Matos was his first year last year. He's batted .250, had a decent season. Ramos, again, this is his first full season, batted .269, had 22 home runs. That's fantastic, man.
Our elite pitching. Yeah, right.
The bullpen actually was okay. If you notice it, the second half, it's been okay. But let's get into a couple of positives. How about this for a positive?
Couple? All right.
Couple. Here's a positive. That's some good news, huh? You know, that sounds pretty good. Number. There was something else that was pretty good out there, too. The guy I said that could be a star.
You're on a roll.
man. There's the future right there. Hey, I got the link out there, guys. If you guys want to come and join, hit the link. Come on in. See, let me hear what you guys have to say about the San Francisco Giants, the state of the team. What do you think of this season, and what do you think about going into the future?
Hey, Eric, let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard before it gets too late here.
Yeah, how about that?
And now, a Giant Sports Talk Live scoreboard update.
Let's see what the heck is it. Here we go. Let me refresh to make sure. I think we should be good. All right, here we go. Phillies beat the Nats 2-3.
We're losing you there. You cut out.
Phillies win 6-3 against the Nationals.
All right, Yankees over the Pirates 6-4.
Yep. Cardinals, as we already talked about, destroyed the Giants for that last game of the season to make the Giants go 80-82 on the season. Yeah. And the cops are coming.
Yeah, it's crazy out here again. They had the cops, the fire department. Yeah, more. Oh, jeez. You can hear that, can you?
I heard it.
I don't even have the door open. I'll open the door. This is crazy. Where we at? The Rays and the Red Sox? Sox win 3-1, nothing game.
Marlins, hey, beat the Blue Jays for the last game of the season. They go 60.
Here comes another
Congratulations
one.
to them.
They're coming to take me away. Ha ha. What is going on? I'm telling you, I got to move out of the projects. Where are we at here?
Rangers.
The Rangers 8-0 over the Angels. Who's Dustin Harris? All right, Dustin Harris had a home run.
I have no idea. Heston Herstad crushes a home run for the Orioles. They beat the Twins 6-2. Speaking of the Twins, what a fall off on the Twins, huh? Oh,
brutal.
That sucks, man.
Oh yeah, that ownership should be doing some soul searching as well.
Man, did they suck it up at the end? Whoo, boy.
Yeah, White Sox over the Tigers 9-5. Look at that. Lennon Sosa had a 3-run home run. Riddle me this. Are we the only team that didn't want to play the young players down the stretch? I think we were.
I don't know. White Sox, they got desperate, so they had to bring in Lenny.
Everybody was playing young. Every look in every box you see there. I'm seeing a lot of young players I've never heard of, Eric. Everybody else is playing young players. We're not even in the playoff race. And we're going with the Canas and the Yazes. And oh my God. See, this is what gets me pissed off. All right, what's next?
Dodgers beat Rockies 2-1 in Colorado. A close one.
Oh, look at that. The Mets just getting geared up for tomorrow. They posted a 5-0 win. You're trying to fool me, but I knew the score. 5-0 over the Milwaukee Brewers. They have 88 wins. It's going to affect those standings, guys. We're going to have a doubleheader of epic proportions. Major League history tomorrow. A doubleheader. A doubleheader tomorrow. This season's over, so it must be big. Can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to that. Mariners beat the Athletics in Seattle. How about that? Ends the history of the Oakland A's. They are no longer the Oakland A's.
And the Diamondbacks, apparently they are all huddled around Farhan's Tandy, trying to figure out some statistical analysis of who wins, who beats.
If they didn't win today, they would have been eliminated, right?
That's right. But they come up with an 11-2 win. They saved their season, I think, permitting. They got to have some things fall into place tomorrow, Eric.
Yep. Speaking of which,
a couple of big games tomorrow. Where are they being played? I think they're in Atlanta, both games.
Oh, look at this. Oh, boy. Okay, here we go. Game one. It's going to be Tyler McGill going for New York and Spencer Schwellenbach going for the Atlanta Braves. And look at the second game. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, man. This is going to be – that last game is going to be something.
So if Atlanta wins the first game, are they in? Has to be. Has to be. Or you'd be pitching Sale in the first game.
I'm trying to remember how it works.
I think I'm only guessing.
Oh, if they split, I think Atlanta's out, right? If I'm not mistaken. I think if they – gosh dang it, I saw that tweet somewhere. I don't know. Does anyone know? I can't remember offhand, man. I cannot remember. I think if they split, the Diamondbacks are in, but I can't remember who's out. I think it's Atlanta. Atlanta.
Can't be right. Then why would you pitch Chris Sale in the second game? Because if you look, you got to win the first game.
Hey, maybe they got confidence in Schwellenbach.
Oh, Eric, that's not how you go. Eric, if you go to war, do you send in your backups first? No.
The D-backs are out if they split. So I guess that's why. I'm trying to remember how it worked.
I'm shocked.
Can't remember how that
Again,
worked.
I go for the kill. I pitch Sale in the first game and then go for the kill and get the home field if Atlanta wins both.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Gosh dang it. I saw it somewhere and I can't remember what it was going to be.
I'm looking it up now to see what I can find on MLB under scheduling. But, geez, my MLB is just, you know what? MLB doesn't give you a whole lot. They give you a bare bones, man. Scores. They're more interested in selling me tickets on this site.
Yes, if they split, both are in, but Arizona's out. That's what it is. And then, of course, if New York sweeps, New York is in.
And Atlanta might be out.
So the only way the Diamondbacks are eliminated is if they split. That's it.
No.
That's what they're saying. Yeah.
No. I thought it was Atlanta. If Atlanta wins both, Arizona's not in.
No.
If they split,
Here,
New York and Atlanta are in.
Man. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, why don't I tune into your show tomorrow night and figure this out?
Here it is.
They'll tell us tomorrow. Look at that. 3 teams.
So if Atlanta,
I expected that. 3. Look.
So if Atlanta sweeps, they hold on to the 2 spot. Mets will be in the 3, and Diamondbacks are out. If the Mets sweep, they take the number 2 spot. Atlanta's in the number 3. But if they split, Diamondbacks are out. Right? Isn't that how that works? Something like that, right? Am I looking at this right? I think I got this all messed up. Arizona's in if either team sweeps. Correct. That's how it is. My bad. I forgot, because if they sweep, think about it. If they sweep, that means if the Braves sweep, that means New York is at 74 losses.
So Arizona doesn't care who wins.
They just can't split.
Just want them to win both.
So whoever wins the first one, they're rooting for that second.
All right, I'm picking the split anyway.
That's how it is. Look at the losses. Atlanta Braves, 2 losses. Right? Or 72 losses, I should say. If they get swept by the Braves, either those teams
lose, they got 74 losses.
They still got 1 loss less than the Diamondbacks. So there you go.
Hey, Tom. From Grand, where is he? Grand Teton.
If anyone sweeps, Arizona's in. If they split, both in. Yeah, correct.
Hiroku's in.
Arizona loses all the tiebreakers. Correct.
Hey, Hiroku.
Goodness gracious. That was a little bit too damn difficult. Who do I want
3 teams up there, Eric? There's a lot of
Who are you rooting for? Who are you rooting for?
I want to see Atlanta and New York make it.
Atlanta and New York?
Yeah. I'm not a D-backs fan. They get off to such a slow start this year. They don't deserve to be there. I think Atlanta has played out of their freaking mind with injuries, deserve to be there. The Mets, my God, where did they come from? They were
in the same position as
Arizona
and the Mets were both the same coming out of it. They both sucked. And then they turned it on there in the middle of the end of the season.
They did, but Atlanta, again, with the injuries, Atlanta deserves all the praise for winning as many games as they did.
Yes, correct.
Arizona.
What's up, Tom? He's in a much better place than we are. He's in the Grand.
Arizona's in the Western Division, Eric. Yeah,
I don't care. You rooting for? I'm rooting for the Padres.
I think I know where the Cops were going, man. I think we're getting a tornado.
Detroit and Milwaukee World Series. Now it would be a weird one. That would be unique. Yeah, Goldschmidt's going to be a free agent, but who cares? The guy's done. His career. I wouldn't be surprised if he hangs him up after.
I saw a few people. Let's sign Goldschmidt.
No.
Go out and get all these old guys. No. It looks like a split to me.
The only split I'd like right now, I'd like a banana split, man.
This is going to be very interesting. It's going to be fun, man.
What's wrong with the old guys?
What's wrong?
Next time we get Michael Conforto on the show, I'll ask him. I'll take that one, Eric.
Johnny wants to see New York and Philadelphia. That would be a fun series.
We're back to that again, are we? 101 scenarios of Major League Postseason.
Goldie on a 1 year as a bridge for Eldridge.
No. God, he'll be batting like about 219.
If Eldridge does what I think he's going to do, I think he wins it out of spring training, period.
I think he's back. Yes, he's up next year with Lee, Ramos,
Soto.
Okay, we'll take it. We'll go down. We'll travel that path.
Oh, could you imagine, though? Could you imagine if they do sign him? Come on. LA. Oh, a lot of people. I don't know if LA is going to have. I don't think LA has the horses, man. I don't see it.
Some people think we're crazy. Somebody's got to sign him, Eric, and we got the money. Somebody got to sign him.
Yeah, true.
They say we're walking down. We're taking a stroll down the yellow brick road.
New York. Yeah, Subway Series.
Him.
Didn't that happen in 2000? Yeah, the Subway Series.
Glenn was on NorCal. Yeah, right. Don't think so.
Northern California.
I wasn't on Northern California tonight.
Oh, we're on there right now here.
Oh,
I don't know what he's talking about. I have no idea, man. Lawrence Butler. What about Lawrence Butler there, senior?
I think how old's Lawrence Butler, Eric? 24?
Something like that. Yeah, 24. He's young.
Yeah. Tall, speedy. Nice addition.
Giants are not. Are you talking about the Giants again, or just think he's a good player?
I'm just saying he's a nice player.
Yeah, great player. I think he's gonna be good. I guess I shouldn't say great, but he had a great season, I should say. The A's, man, they got some. If they get some starting pitching, holy crap! You got to watch out for the A's because they got a nice young core. But how long do they stick together? That again, we're talking about the A's. Webb getting traded, I just don't see it.
I don't see it either. They love him too.
Who are you going to trade? The Giants need starting pitching. Who are you going to rely on? Ray, Harrison, Birdsong. Who else? Wynn? Beck? What kind of rotation is that going to be? I mean, I don't think the Giants can afford to trade Webb, to be honest with you. If Harrison was as advertised, okay, maybe, but I don't think he is. I don't think Harrison is as good as everyone thought he was going to be.
So Johnny T says the A's closer is dynamite. Yeah. Dynamite!
That guy's
how
good.
The hell then, if he's so good, how are we going to get him?
We're getting nobody. Giants are not getting anybody in a trade. The Giants are not getting anybody in a trade unless they're trading Eldridge and Wisenhunt, which I think is a mistake.
Probably the second best closer in the baseball this year, Eric. Over and over.
Skaters on Baseball say
with a
Corbin
bad team.
And Adames reunion.
Hey, Greg poking in a little late tonight. How was it over? You were over for. Was it as empty today as it looked? Eric and I were talking earlier on the show. It looked like they had Fan Appreciation Day and the fans didn't come to be appreciated. Was it?
I mean, it wasn't like it was barren, but it didn't have as many people as I thought there would be there.
Oh, to me, it looked like a Monday night game. A lot of green seats, especially that upper deck.
Yeah. Well, they always.
I saw a lot of empty seats in the lower bowl too.
The reason why we're seeing the empty seats is because they had that drone flying up for the last 3 games. They never had that drone flying. That was some nice footage, by the way, when they had that. They had that drone flying all over Oracle Park. Really nice shots, by the way.
Liam says, "Can I join the show?"
I put the link out there.
Yeah, the link is out there. You can always come on.
But see, if we just get Burns and Adames, is that enough? Is that enough, guys?
Hey,
seriously, Greg, do you really think that's enough for the Giants to do anything?
Everybody's going night now.
I don't know, man. I don't know if that's enough.
How many
the Giants need to do a lot more. They gotta get the guy. And if
Friday
you think
night, he's just as
Chapman is
bad.
the guy,
How many, Greg? Friday. He says Friday night was embarrassing in the Willie Mack. I think he's talking with the crowd.
Johnny Copenhagen time. I agree, Mike. I think you got to do more than just Burns and Adames. If you go Soto, how about Soto, Flaherty, Adames?
You're all in on Flaherty now, eh, Jack Flaherty?
No, not trying to win in 25, just building for the future. Maybe it's just Soto. Maybe it's just Soto and maybe Flaherty.
Flaherty.
I don't
Flaherty.
know. Or maybe you just get Soto and then you would see what's going to be. Hold on. Maybe you just get Soto.
You know what's wrong? There are 2 or 3 really good superstars available. That's it. So I think people's expectations too. Even if they sign a guy like Flaherty, they go, "Oh, look, we only mustered up a Flaherty." You know, there's only a couple of stars available, Eric.
Okay, here we go.
That's why you got to go in and get them.
So, okay, say this year you get a starting pitcher and Soto. And then 2026, this is what he got available. Rizzo?
Nope.
Moncada?
Nope.
No. Bichette?
Nope.
Maybe. Suarez? No.
No. Third baseman.
Edmund? No.
Nope.
Zaya Falefa? No.
Nope.
Ha-Sung Kim?
No.
Kyle Farmer? Wilmer Flores? Miguel Rojas? Jorge Polanco? Adam Frazier? Dylan Moore? Josh Naylor? Bet you're already going to have Eldridge. Jorge Mateo? Vlad Guerrero will be a free agent, but
there you go.
I got a feeling that the Blue Jays may extend him this next offseason. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Luis Urias? Luis Rengifo?
Is anybody else losing Eric, or is it just me? Anybody else having problems? Yeah, let me know in the chat. I can't even see Eric anymore.
I'm here.
You guys lose Eric or just me? Or maybe you lost me.
I don't think Vladdy's going to make it to free agency. I don't see it. Nope. Let's see. John Birdie, Kevin Biggio, Tyler Wade, Ty France. Look. So Nicky. You got Nicky out there. Luis Arias. This is in 2026.
Jeez, is it ever storming here, man? The winds are like 100.
Look, guys, there ain't nothing next year.
Tornado.
There's nothing next year. I'm talking about the next offseason. So this is the time for the Giants to go big, man. Again,
I think so.
There's not very many position players in 2025. There's not very many position players in 2026. And there went Glenn. I don't know what happened to him. There we go, guys. So you tell me, what say you? The Giants may just have to bite the bullet for 2025 and go out there and get the guys that they need for the future. You guys, here, hold on. You want to see what's in 2027? I mean, that's getting a ways out now. That doesn't even go out that far. Whatever. I'm not gonna even bother. So it just tells you right there, guys, that if you don't get it done, there's nothing next year. I don't think Vladdy makes free agency. I think you're having internet problems, Glenn.
Oh, the power's going on and off. So
maybe that's why you're having issues.
Off again. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Yeah. I told you earlier, it's like that's I think where the cops are all buzzing around. It's almost like a tornado type weather here. The winds are whipping up. They went from calm to it's like 90-mile-an-hour winds here. Stuff is blowing all over the place. So
wow.
Yeah.
The Giants can't do it in trades right now. Giants ain't going to be able to trade for a couple of years.
Christian,
who did they got to trade, man?
He loves a bargain.
Look, anytime, if the Giants want to get a trade done, the first people they're asking for is going to be Eldridge and Wisenhunt. And can the Giants afford to trade Wisenhunt and and Eldridge. I don't think so. I know you say trade Webb, but then what else are you going to do out there?
I'm not a big Webb fan.
I don't know, man.
I'm not a big Webb fan, but I'm not trading him.
Yeah. Right.
If you were to look, guys, if you're to trade Webb, and then somehow you build a great off-season stable of talent on the field,
I don't think you trade Webb.
Then we're back.
I don't see it, man.
Then we're back. What do we do? Then you'll be saying, "Oh my God, we got no pitching."
Hey, Greg,
can't trade.
I hate to say this, but the Blue Jays hang up. No way.
Bichette and Vladdy for Wade, Wisenhunt. They don't want Wade.
They hang up.
Want Doval.
No way.
They don't want.
It's going to start. If you're going to get Vladdy, it's going to start with Eldridge. It's going to start with Eldridge. 100%.
Again, Greg,
Greg,
you're trading peanuts for prime rib.
There's no way.
Come on.
Doval has no value. Wade is useless. And then they're going to want Eldridge. It starts with Eldridge if you're going to get Vladdy.
Even Christian saying Doval trade.
How about that, guys? Would you trade? Yeah, no, I get it. It's 1 year. I understand that, but I still think that they signed Vladdy in the offseason or during the season, maybe even during spring training this year. I don't think the Blue Jays let him go because like you said, Glenn, they got all that money. I think they pay Vladdy. You build around Vladdy. He's young.
They'll pay him, and he likes it there.
So I think he sticks. I think he sticks around with the Blue Jays.
I
get what you're saying, though.
Remember
I get what you're saying.
Here. Wasn't he born
trying
here?
to get that trade? I have no idea, to be honest.
Yeah, see, his dad was Montreal Expo. I thought he was born in Montreal.
Might have.
No, Eldridge ain't
going. I don't think Eldridge is going anywhere either. That would be foolish.
He's our future.
That would be foolish.
Future. Remember, this guy played A ball, double A ball, triple A ball, Eric? And he was successful.
He went through it. He went through all damn. He went through all. He went through all. What is that? 4.
It was
the longest time he spent was in San Jose.
Those levels.
I don't think we could trade for anybody, Mike. Honestly, I don't think the Giants, they just don't have it right now, man. They don't.
Greg, why do you say that? I'm the opposite. Spring training, if he looks good, you play him next year. Why? What do you mean not rush him? I don't know what you mean by some people. Other people can't rush him. Why not?
I see what he said because he doesn't want to see another Barton Luciano. I can understand that. That makes sense. What he's saying, it does make sense.
I play him. I play him next year at a training camp. If he looks good,
of course. Spring training. Yep. Now, if he needs more time in AAA, then so be it. That's fine.
I don't think he will. I think he's in next year, Eric. I think he's playing first base next year. He's playing.
He might be. He might be.
He might be. DH.
But you got to remember this, skaters. You got to remember this. Bryce Harper, Juan Soto. Both of those guys came to the big leagues when they were 19. So it's not impossible. And the way he's rocketing through the matter of fact, he was the minor league player of the year. For all minor leagues, he was the minor league player of the year. So it's not just the Giants that see this. It's the entire league that can see the potential that Eldridge has.
So, Greg, if you want Vladdy at first base next year, come up with a legitimate trade. How do we get him? How do we get him?
Who?
How do we get Vladdy Guerrero next year? No, I'm just saying. Greg is saying, again, look, Vladdy, first base. But he's only come up with trades that are irrational. Wade Jr., Duvall, all our leftovers. Like nobody wants that stuff, Eric.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know if we have
a lot of pitching. I don't know if we have a lot of pitching.
Eric, you don't call Burger King looking for prime rib, man. You can't call the Blue Jays and offer them all our, I wouldn't say our bums, but for players that aren't of the utmost talent, let's just say. I wouldn't be surprised. Did you ever hear, Eric? I never heard anything. Do you think they even tried to get rid of Duvall at the trade deadline? Maybe nobody wanted him. And that wouldn't surprise me. Remember, it was only a week later he was down in the minors. Farhan must have known something was going. I'd say they probably wanted to move him.
You have to consider trading Webb. See, the Giants, I think I think you get weakened in the pitching department with that, because who else are you going to rely on for the Giants starting rotation? That's the issue I have. Do you think they need to rebuild? That's the problem, Tom, is that this team is supposed to be rebuilt under Farhan.
But they didn't start the rebuild yet.
So you're telling me we're going to have like a 10-year freaking rebuild? It's just ridiculous, man. That's why this team is the only way right now, if you want to make the team better now, is they have to pay a lot of money, period. Here, let's go with this. Let's go with the pitching, right? Let's talk about the starting pitching rotation. You have Webb, you have Ray. You have two good guys right there. After that, who do you have? After Ray, who do you rely on in that rotation? Do you rely on Harrison? Do you rely on Birdsong? Do you rely on Wynn? Do you rely on Tristan Beck? Who do you rely on? Guys, I'm telling you, it's not going to be pretty next year. If you think this year was bad for pitching, wait till next year. Birdsong may take a leap. He might. Birdsong might take a leap. I'll give you that. Then after that, who's your 4 and 5?
See, guys are saying 500 team already. 500 team.
I think Snell's walking, man. I don't think he's not walking, but I don't think Snell's coming back to the Giants.
His boxes were packed in the locker room.
Alive. Damn you. Alive. Come on. Hicks. Oh, my God.
Oh, I read last week, Eric. Giants are considering starting Hicks in the rotation.
I know.
So if this is the crap we're going to have to deal with all offseason.
So that's why the Giants, they cannot afford to trade Webb. If anything, they have to go out there and get another pitcher, whether it's a Jack Flaherty, whether it's a Corbin Burns, whether it's a Max Fried, one of those three guys. Shane Bieber, I think I'd stay away from. Yeah,
we're going to lose. Wait a sec. Great Admiral says pitching will be fine next year. If we're losing Snell, and we were a 500 team this year, Eric, then how is the pitching not going to be an issue next year?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Like, that doesn't compute with me. Pitching will be fine next year. Well, we're going to lose
our
top pitcher, and we were a 500 team this year.
The 11 Ks don't matter, Justin, for the simple fact this is the last game of the season, and people are already thinking about where the hell they're going on vacation. That didn't matter, honestly. Today's game, I don't make a determination on a starting pitcher in the last game of the regular season. Look, you got to look to see his whole body of work. He's got some work to do. There's no doubt about it. He's got work. There's potential there. But again,
one game.
You can't afford to get rid of Webb and then rely on Ray, Birdsong, Harrison, and then who else? Tell me, is that a postseason rotation right there? Your top three? I don't see it. If anything, they got to add. No, I understand we're not trying to win in 25. I get it. I understand. But, I mean, what else? Who else? There's a lot of what ifs. And yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. If they're not going to win it in 25, then you trade him when he's high. Okay, I see what you're saying.
No Luke Jackson, no Ahmed, no Brooks. Hopefully, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that doesn't matter. You can make improvements.
I want to win in 26.
If you go with the same pitching and you lose one of the top pitchers in baseball, Eric, they're not going to lose Snell in the offseason and sign someone better than Snell. So I can't see us getting better unless we add our stars.
I tell you what, I want to win it in 26. People are saying, I don't want to win in 25. 25, I can understand maybe a little bit of a, we'll see. It might be close, but 26 is where it's going to be. And Webb is aging. You're correct, Senior. There's no doubt about it. It's going to, again, it's going to be interesting. I think Bauer's done.
Yeah.
Bauer's done in the major leagues because if he didn't come back this year, there's something going on. He's got the plague or something because no one's touching him. Nobody is touching him. I wouldn't say Webb is great. Webb is good. Webb is good. I wouldn't say he's great.
Hey, George.
But I get what you're saying.
In 2025. No, we're not going to win in 2025. We were a 500 team this year.
Webb, your guys are acting like 27 years old is like ancient. It's not ancient, man.
Eric, I'm willing to give up $650 million to a 25-year-old.
Webb can probably, the way that he throws, he might be okay. He's not a high velocity guy. He's all about that two-seam movement and the changeup and the slider. 27 is not old, guys. Come on. Let's not get too nuts. What the hell, man? I think 26, they could do something if he gets Soto.
I don't know if he's out of his prime, Eric. At 27 years old. I don't think he's out of his prime.
Grand Admiral says, I'm cool with Webb, Harrison, Birdsong, Whisenhunt, Beck, Roop, and Black. As a pitching staff, of course, I want to add Burns. I don't know. I don't know about Harrison. We don't know anything about Whisenhunt.
Harrison was leaking oil all year.
Beck.
All year.
Beck, again, don't know. Roop may have some potential. Black, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Is that a Bueller?
That's a fourth place rotation. That's what I was thinking alive.
I'm not touching Bueller either.
This is the problem. Do you see the path that we're going down here, guys? Oh, shoulder problems. Not good for Kyle. Yeah, that's not good. Here is the problem. This is where Farhan has put this again. Guys, this is the reason why I'm so hard on Farhan. This is where Farhan has put us. Not only do you got to worry about the rotation, but you got to worry about this damn who you're putting in 1 through 9 every single day. And the Giants don't have anyone. They don't have a 1 through 9. Hell, they don't have a 1 through 6 right now, right? Let alone a 1 through 9.
No.
And then you got to worry about your starting rotation. So there's some work to be done. That's why I think Farhan has to go. Happens tomorrow. Tomorrow, I say.
I thought it was going down tonight. I was wrong, although we still have what? Still got a couple hours.
You never know.
All right, I'm getting out of here, Eric. I don't know about you. 2 hours is enough for me, man.
All righty. You getting out of here?
Yeah, you want to stick around for a while?
I might stick around just for a little bit. Yes, Farhan totally screwed us. Totally. I'll go a little bit longer.
I'll be leaving Eric early in these. I got work to do in the evenings. I got radio stuff I got to get ready for overnight. And now that it is officially the last night of the year, I'll be into the postseason, but then I won't be sticking around. I won't be doing the marathons, boys.
You can understand that. And I'm thinking of putting together a little video. It's still rooting around in my mind what I'm going to do.
Jeez, are we still on about the Eric and Glenn? I like this one before I go. How do you feel about the Jung-Hoo Lee signing? I freaking love it.
I like him as a player. I didn't like the length, but then again, he can opt out after 4 years.
You didn't like the length?
6 years?
Yeah.
Maybe. Again, but the reason why is because he's never played one game in MLB. It's a little bit of a risk.
I know, but he was Eric, you talk about signing stars.
No.
He was a star in that league, batted .350 how many times? So you know what? We got him on the cheap. Everybody's saying we overpaid. I think we got him on the cheap.
Would you pay that much for a AA player?
Depending who he was. If he batted .350 every year for 6 years in a row, I would.
Matos batted .350 in AA. Would you pay Matos $17 million up to 20-something million for 6 years?
Absolutely.
Ooh. Okay.
Matos? You're
Okay.
talking about, again, Matos.
Okay.
I want to see Matos.
I'm just
play
saying there
over
wasn't
that 6
what I'm
years.
trying to say. It wasn't a proven product at that point in time. That's what I'm trying to say.
Nobody is.
Yeah. Now he can opt out in 4 years. So again, it's one of those things. If he's really good, he's going to opt out. But if he's really bad, we're stuck with him for another 2 years.
Cryptic, I couldn't agree more.
Was too short.
Couldn't agree more.
How many years should you have signed Jung-Hoo Lee for?
Skaters, couldn't agree more.
Better than Matos? I think he's better defensively. Better defensively.
Yeah. He's going to be better offensively, defensively. Absolutely.
Let's see something.
Guys, I've seen him play in person. He's good.
Okay.
He is good.
His bat wasn't great.
Lee needs to drink more milk, gets injured too. He got injured once.
Yeah, not good. And that's not good. It's the shoulder either. Good thing it's not his throwing shoulder.
I'm not going to argue with guys, but I like Jung-Hoo Lee. I would have paid him that. I would have signed him to a longer deal.
How much would you have signed him for? Oh, I went wrong.
Lee? How many years did he get? I would have signed him for 8 years.
6 years.
I would have given him 8 years.
At how much?
25.
25 a year?
Yeah.
Holy shit. You lost me there, man. Lost me on that one.
Okay, how long are you going to sign Soto?
Soto is not Jung-Hoo Lee.
No, how long are you going to sign Soto?
10 years.
10 years and how much? You're talking
you're talking maybe like 55 to 60 million.
Right. So you're saying 25 million is too much for a player that you believe in?
But the problem is you just
Ramos.
never seen
I
him
think
play.
Ramos is going to deserve his bank too.
Soto has already proven it in the MLB level. Both Matos and Jung-Hoo Lee haven't. Right?
Well, I guess that's what sets me apart
You know
from a
what I'm
lot of people, Eric. I don't sign players to 1 year deals with 3 year deals with opt-outs after year 1, 2, and
no, I get that. No.
I go in with the players I want, and I'm in. I spend the money, and I build the team that I'm confident in, Eric.
But there is a difference between 3 years with opt-outs and a 10-year deal for someone who's never proven at the MLB level. Do you see what I'm saying?
I'm not signing
6 years, 6 years.
10-year deal, 8 years.
Or 8 years.
Yeah, I'll sign him.
There's a big difference. I like the 6 years is okay. It's okay. But again, we need to see more of him with the bat. Defensively, he's proven it, right? Defensively, he's proven it.
If there was a single owner, one guy at the Giants calling the shots, all I could say is be a freaking man. Spend the money, sign who you think is going to be the guy, the players, the team, and be done with it. Too much Lottie freaking Don around, Eric.
Oh, I get it.
That's why I liked signing Jung-Hoo Lee. At least it made a statement. We're willing to go out and sign a guy.
Yeah, but
Chapman and Snell.
Chapman's better than Jung-Hoo Lee.
Oh, by the way, he can get out after the first year. Oh, he can get out of the second year. Like what? Then why call it a 3-year deal in the first place?
Yeah, I know. That was a Boris. And because Farhan doesn't know how to do a deal. But Chapman is much better than Jung-Hoo Lee, though. I mean, I don't want to go down that. Man. I just the thing I didn't like about Jung-Hoo Lee is just that's an awful lot of money on someone who hasn't proven it at the MLB level. That's all I'm saying.
And like
it's one thing.
Grand Admiral says he likes Lottie freaking. You know what happens?
That is correct.
If you don't spend the money and you don't go out and at least be bold, and if you sit on their hands, you'll be living in a van down by the river.
And
where's Farhan going to find himself?
Yeah, well, it didn't matter because he's gone anyway.
Because he's been freaking done.
Jung-Hoo Lee was not going to save this team. No way. What's up, BC? No way.
But he's your piece.
Who? Jung-Hoo Lee? He's going to be a role player, but he's not. I don't think he's going to be. Who? Jung-Hoo Lee is going to be a what?
Chapman, Ramos.
Yeah.
These are the pieces.
Yeah, that's okay for being a piece, but he isn't the guy. Not the guy.
That he was. Sign him to his 6 or 8 year deal.
Yeah,
give him
that's fine.
$5 million, and that's
25 is too much. That's all I'm saying. I can't go 25 on someone who hasn't proven it at the MLB level. I just can't. Basically he's getting the same as Robbie Ray, who's won a Cy Young. You see what I'm saying?
Guys, this is why Eric knows that they will not sign Soto.
That's different. You cannot compare. You can't compare Jung-Hoo Lee.
Money. I'm scared.
You can't compare Jung-Hoo Lee
to go in on the money.
That's not the point. The point is
where the money. $200 million is going to should be scared.
That's what Farhan did. Farhan spent $200 million and he got jack shit for this offseason. Just because you spend money doesn't mean you know what the hell you're doing. Farhan's 100% proven that he can't evaluate talent at all. He spent the money, $210 million he spent in the offseason. And the Giants are 2 games under 500. That's how they finished.
Oh, Eric,
he doesn't know how to evaluate.
Next year when he bats .328 and he drives in about 60 runs and he steals 25 bases, you go, yeah, maybe it's not a bad deal after all, Glenn.
That ain't happening. Jung-Hoo Lee, 325 and 20. Get out of here. Get out of here, dude. No way.
Going in the
325.
September 29th, 11:59 p.m.
Write it down. Please, someone write this down, please. Jung-Hoo Lee, 325, and stealing how many bags?
23.
Oh, my. No way. No way.
I said
Oh,
320.
my gosh.
I said 326. So
no way, dude. No way. I see that happen.
all right, we'll see. And I say he'll have about 14 home runs.
14 home runs, huh?
Yep.
The home runs, you may have it right. You may.
23 steals, 14 home runs, 326 batting average. And I said roughly about 50 RBIs. I'll say 50.
Good job, Critic. Yeah. Cryptic, you called it. Arm injury by spring or in spring. Well, it was a little bit longer than spring. It was more in the middle of the season. But
yeah, I called the Yamamoto injury too. I called the Yamamoto injury, Eric. Give me credit. I will sign these.
Good
guys.
on Cryptic.
But
he called it.
I called Yamamoto and Jung-Hoo Lee's injuries before they happened.
You called Jung-Hoo Lee getting hurt? Wow.
I traded him less than a week before to what's the name? Cockamilio over there for what did I get you? Stremski and who? Somebody else. I couldn't wait to get rid of him.
I'm not sure.
And I got rid of Yamamoto.
I
traded Yamamoto.
Yeah. I didn't know. Honestly,
away. He was.
I didn't know he was going to get injured, to be honest. It's hard to really determine injury.
He got hurt 2 days later.
If you want to talk about injury, watch freaking Kyle Harrison. That is an injury waiting to happen, just watching him pitch.
Oh, I'm in a cranky mood. Justin, I was going to get out of here too. I'm not going nowhere. Justin says this is not the Korean leagues. Justin, may not be the Korean leagues, but we're drawing 12,000 a night at the stadium, and we're playing 500 baseball for 5 of the last 6 years. It may as hell should be.
Yeah, but it's a totally different level of competition. Totally different level. If you sent the Giants to the KBO, they would be world beaters. Literally, they would be.
This freaking team, Eric.
It's different.
Just think about it. I know I can smell what you're stepping in, but would they win a championship? Don't kid yourself. This team, no.
Maybe in the KBO.
Senior says he doesn't think he can bat 326. Well, we'll see next year.
I don't see it. Arias, who's the best hitter in baseball, is not even close to that. He's like at 310, something like that.
We'll see. Right, Mike? He has to prove it. Tune in next year and we'll find out.
Here's the problem.
Jesus.
This is the problem. No, this is the problem. He lost a lot of time, so it's going to be starting all over again next year.
Yeah, but he's
this
good.
This was the year he was going to, just get the taste of the MLB to see what it was going to be like.
I'm not worried in the least like you, Eric.
Fair enough. I think he's going to be a good piece. Don't get me wrong. I think he's got a good piece. But the way that this team was put together, I think they were putting a little bit too much on his shoulders, to be honest with you.
Mike,
could you imagine?
When it was a small sample size. What was a small sample size?
Jung-Hoo Lee.
I don't understand that. What is he talking about? A sample size? Sample size of what? I don't know what.
Major league experience. It's only a sample size of Jung-Hoo Lee. Because he only played 2 months.
Yeah, for him, not statistically. Yeah. I don't care
about
what he did this year. There's no sample size for 2024.
Fair enough.
I don't care what he did. If he batted 100 or 500, it doesn't matter what he did this year because he got hurt early in the year. So there is no sample size. It's what he has done his entire life from he was 13 years old batting 600.
But that's what I'm saying is you got to be careful because when you're using KBO type of stats compared to MLB, it's different. It just is. It's not the KBO is not the same level experience.
I agree. But I factor in the consistency level. If the guy's batting 325 for 8 years in a row, guy's got to be doing something right, Eric.
In the KBO, absolutely, 100%. Holy crap, Darren Ruff, what did he do in the KBO? He probably batted 300. He comes here.
Now you're going to compare Darren Ruff with Jung-Hoo Lee.
What did he do in the KBO? What did he do in the KBO? Right? That's what I'm saying. Right? You got to compare the level of competition. That's what you got to do.
Yeah. There's no guarantees, Eric.
No guarantees.
There's no guarantees.
True.
So next year when he bats 326, you go, there's no guarantee he'd suck.
When he bats 326 next year.
I'll say, yeah, there's no guarantees he's going to suck.
Oh, my God.
If he bats my money, and if I was the Giants, I have that money.
If
Chump
he bats
change.
326
25
next year,
million,
I'll shave my head.
25 million, chump change. To have a player that has potential to be a star, potential. Eric, I've told you 100 times, you get a big enough player that Jung-Hoo can be a fan favorite. They'll sell more than 25 million.
How about this?
In jerseys with his name on
Kodai
it.
Senga. How much did Kodai Senga get paid?
He got, 15? Yeah.
Seiya Suzuki.
Don't know.
15. Seiya Suzuki's a pretty damn good ball player. 25 is overpaying for Jung-Hoo Lee.
Yeah,
I'm
what
just
did we
saying.
offer Suzuki, though? Didn't we offer him like 12?
Same. Nope. It was 15 for 5. If I'm not mistaken.
For Suzuki? No.
Yes.
For Senga?
Yes. For both. Yeah. And Suzuki turned us down, and so did Senga.
No, Senga didn't turn us down. Farhan changed Farhan changed the rules the week that they were working out the deal. He said, we'll sign it. We'll work on a 5-year. Then okay. I told you his picture was up on the, Greg, did you see that? They had his
Greg, I think it was
scoreboard.
Yeah, I know.
Week. They had the deal's on. Dotting the I's, crossing the T's. And then Farhan says, look, can't sign him to a 5-year deal. So the next morning, he signs with the New York Mets for the same money for 5 years.
Yes.
Got
That's
the
why I'm
5-year
saying
deal.
I don't think Jung-Hoo Lee is worth
another mistake, I
million.
say. Farhan should have signed him.
Now, is Jung-Hoo Lee worth maybe 10 to 15? Sure. 25, that's just, to me, is a bit much. A bit much. Again,
that's what I'd pay. That's what I'd pay. You guys all laughed at me when I said I would pay Soto. You're going to have to pay him $650 million. And then other people
might have
on
to,
other channels
honestly.
are saying you're going to have to come in at $320 million. I'm like, 320?
No. Yeah, it might have to be 600.
He's not signing a short-term contract.
It might have to be 600, but I don't think. I don't know, man. I don't see how he gets more than Ohtani. I don't see it. Ohtani is a freaking unicorn, man. I don't see anyone getting close to what Ohtani paid. I'm thinking maybe 500, maybe 550 for freaking Soto.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think 550, and it's going to be it's going to be
10 years. 55 million a year.
Or maybe even 12. Because remember, Farhan was
12?
willing to go 12 years on Correa till that all freaking imploded.
True.
So don't.
Soto is more than Judge, but less than Ohtani. I say 5.
There's no way they can sign Soto. They had the deal in place for Correa, and we were talking big $600 million contract there, Eric.
A lot of people are saying 6, but I don't know if it gets that high, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Maybe it does.
550.
I wouldn't be surprised,
maybe.
but I think 500, 550, somewhere around
there. That's why I say you get the ball rolling at $500,000 or $500 million. You go $500 million. What more is it going to take?
Hey, well, wasn't the Giants willing to pay $700 million for Ohtani? Weren't they willing to spend a lot of money for Yamamoto? So if you were willing to spend money on those guys, then how about you pay a little bit less for Soto? There you go.
Yeah, the swag. That's right. Eric talked about it. I like not just at the plate. He gives the organization swag. He's a swag player, a swag name, a swag presence. And that's what this team needs. That's why I like Jung-Hoo Lee. 25 million. They'll sell 25 million in jersey sales. He doesn't cost them nothing. They're going to sell 25 million in jerseys. Right. And probably just in Korea.
Yeah. Soto will not sell like Ohtani. No one is going to sell like Ohtani. I'm not saying that he's going to be like Ohtani, but he is going to be selling something for San Francisco Giants fans. 100%. Ohtani is on a different level. Yeah. He's on a different level.
You know what?
He's up there in Babe Ruth territory as far as
Ohtani is.
He's a unicorn.
He's an LA talent. Let's be honest about it. He's
Well,
an LA talent.
He is a baseball. It's not just the Dodgers. He is the face of baseball.
He's a New York or LA talent.
Yes.
Soto can be a freaking unicorn here.
Like he could be a Bay Area. He could be a Bay Area guy.
Name the ballpark after him. Oracle, sorry, we have to stop our partnership. It is now the Juan Soto Plaza. It is now his stadium. The park that Soto built is what it'll be. That guy will be here for 10 years.
I wonder how much the Giants.
Thank you, Hiroku. People are coming. At least a few are coming to my defense. We'll know after 2 more years what Jung-Hoo Lee is worth. Glenn might be right if he hits.
He might be. Yeah, you might be.
I might be wrong, but I'm willing to give him $25 million to prove it. I'm not, Eric. I've said this. I've said this about a number of players, and even if he signs somebody and it doesn't work out, at least you got to have the balls to do it. And Farhan does not have coconuts.
That's where I agree with you. That's where I agree with you.
If at the end of this year you said they're 500, and I went, you know what, boys? He went out last year in the offseason, made some really dynamic moves. He spent as much as the Dodgers. He spent big bucks. They got Ohtani, so we got these 5 guys. But we don't. We get announcements of 3-year deals that technically they're 1-year contracts. Well, then that's not a 3-year deal. You're bringing him in as a stopgap. Chapman was a stopgap. Don't kid yourself. He likes it here. They got him now. They had to give him his 6 years. He was a stopgap. Snell didn't sign. Look back. Google it. Snell signed for 3 years. No, he didn't. It was 1 year and 1 year and 1 year. So stop bullshitting me and telling me all this like, oh, the sky is, green when it's always blue or it's overcast in San Francisco putting up with this crap every year. I'm getting worked up. I'm going to have a freaking cardiac arrest. The ambulance is coming though, Jerry. Right on cue.
Oh my gosh.
I'm passionate. I'm not your casual fan, Eric. I love this team and it's time. It's time. Tomorrow. Eric, D-Day's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Due day. Overdue day.
If there's no announcement tomorrow, I start worrying. Because they're having their conference on Tuesday.
Oh, it's got to be done tomorrow, doesn't it? Yeah, it's got to. You can't go.
Or first thing Tuesday.
Walk in there saying we're going to have to make some, we're tough decisions to make in the offseason. Boys, if you haven't decided by now, then you do have more than just a Farhan problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, working up a sweat tonight. Woo. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Well, senior, I have passion. I sat a lot of cold nights over at Oracle Park this year wondering what the heck I was doing.
Yep.
And there wasn't even a giveaway.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, not your casual fan.
Oh man. I don't even want to think about that one.
Well, think what the show will be like tomorrow night. I think my daughter's just going to get the roll of duct tape and duct tape my mouth before the show starts, so I don't.
Oh, it's going to be bad, bad, bad. It's going to be bad.
Because I apologize, guys, too. When I get wound up, sometimes the language gets a little abusive, so I apologize. That's not my style, but it starts spewing at me like a fire hydrant. I'm serious. I have a short fuse to begin with.
Adames is the best available. That's sad. That's sad for if you're saying Adames is the best available.
Yeah, did anybody watch the Niners game today?
I did not.
I watched part of it. Too boring for me. I turned it off. Boring. It's like 27-3, Eric. That was boring football. I want to see it like 17-14 with 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes left. That's 27-3. Boring football.
I want to see something.
Right on, Greg. It's Giant Sports Talk not live.
Let's see what we got here.
Well, funny, Greg, maybe Eric can answer this one, but Eric, I already heard. He says, do you think Farhan will be allowed his annual awkward word salad presser to chuckle about another wasted year? I heard that Farhan is not even scheduled to appear Tuesday before the media. He won't be making any statements.
Well, that could change, though. That
is a good sign.
That right now, that is.
If your leader won't show up and lead in the tough times, that's a good sign for us, Eric.
I mean, is that a little bit? It sounds like a little bit early for them to announce that, though. No, maybe.
And what's this? Glenn likes that. You're freaking right. I love the Canadian Football League. The last two Grey Cups were won on the final play of the game. Well, actually, last year, 11 seconds left. The year before, missed field goal. Wicked. I think last year finished like 18-17. That's my sport. I love the CFL. CFL's got 3 downs, not 4, so it's faster. More passing.
Wow. What do you think Adamas gets on the free market on this year? What does Adamas get? How much money do you think he gets? Interesting.
A guess?
Yeah.
What do you think? Well, you already are looking up the numbers. So you can't give me your guess, can you? I'll say
it doesn't matter. What do you think Adames gets? 6,140?
Tom, I don't care what's going on over there. I don't care what anybody I don't care what.
Doesn't matter. I don't care. Who cares?
I care that you've wandered, but Adames. What do you think he'll get? 38 million a year?
38 million a year? 38? Adames?
35?
20 million 5 years. Is he worth Matt Chapman money? Is Willie Adames Matt Chapman money?
Adames, Eric, I think you're talking again. Top 2 elite players available this offseason. He's going to get paid.
Okay, available. But is he? But
he's going to get paid.
But is he truly that good? Or is he just the best player happen to be on the market? Just because he's the best player on the market.
Eric. I watched him play. I thought he was pretty freaking good.
Think so?
And that's not just comparing him to Nick Ahmed or anything like that. I think he's a good ball player. George thinks he gets 22 a year. I'm working with the
Heroku.
I'm working, Eric. I'm working with these guys. Oh my God! I'm glad he doesn't think that.
Good.
Eric,
no big deal.
Eric,
who cares?
Wait, is Eric? Eric, I'm working with the change purse that should be given to me.
Mm-hmm.
Giants ownership. They haven't signed any of these big names, Eric. We can go back the last decade if you want. We can go back to 15, 16, 17, and on. We've missed on the superstar every year.
Yes, we have.
So
do you consider Willie Adames a superstar?
No. Yeah. I'm saying I will overpay. We have or should have the money.
Isaac says it.
Would I pay? Would I be the high bidder? Would I go all in on Soto? You're goddamn right I would. Why? Because I got the money. We haven't spent it. Do they not save? Does this organization just start fresh every year? Here's the budget. Well, what about the money? Have you not been banking up on the crap? You haven't spent it before. Where is it?
Mm-hmm.
Like you said about Ohtani, if they're willing to spend $750 million last year on one player, or could have, or were making offer, we were willing. All right. So what's that? They should have $1 billion payroll this year, shouldn't they?
25 stolen bases. Adames?
I tell you, Eric, that guy's going to get paid.
Adames? 25 stolen bases? 24 to 28 home runs? Maybe depending on what park he goes to. The RBIs is not up to him. The RBIs is up to the guys ahead of him. But his contract's going to be inflated because of the market. Correct, because there's no one available.
Yeah, I'd be
Look
signing
at this.
him.
Okay, look at this. Got 2 players up there. This is what I'm talking about. Just because he's the best player available doesn't mean he's worth the amount that they're going to give him. Guy bats, this is again over 3 seasons, 2022, 2023, 2024.
Right. So I'm not far off, Eric.
I don't
compare the numbers, compare Chapman's salary. I'm not far off. He should get
Chapman's a piece, right?
So is Adames. You don't think Adames is a piece either?
But for me, I have a tough time signing someone I don't give a shit about what the freaking market is. Is he going to be that good? He's batting 236, a 314 on base.
Adames
it's not great.
Adames is a winner.
It's not great.
Look at the number, Eric.
It's not great.
Every statistical position. He's not a one-hit wonder, one-trick pony.
And he's only got over the last 3 seasons, he only has 34 stolen bases. So to sit there and say he's going to get 25 stolen bases next year that's fairy tales.
You don't need it. I never said that.
No, I know you didn't. No, I'm talking to George out there.
I don't expect him to be. If he steals no bags, that's fine with me.
But I just don't see it, man.
He's got 2 or 3 guys around him next year on the Giants roster that should be stealing your bags. If they ever change that wisdom, play small ball.
I would not pay $25 million a year for Willie Adames.
No,
he's not the same as Chapman, even though Chapman isn't much better. But Chapman at least does have better defense.
Eric, I'm sure they'll Eric, if you're willing to play that game, then I'm sure there'll be leftover scraps on the plate when the.
Oh yeah, trust me, he's probably going to get paid. There's no doubt about it. Again, or
we'll be back to getting scrapped. Oh, Eric, we can revisit Nick Ahmed next spring if you want.
Oh, that's probably what will happen if it's Farhan in charge.
Got to spend again, overpay. Call it what you want. You gotta pay. You got to pay to play. You got to pay. Got to pay.
I just
tired of this organization coming to the table and saying we offered $1,000 more.
I have difficulty, and it's the same thing with Chapman. And there's other variables of why they paid him what they did, whatever. I have difficulty signing someone to $20+ million a year when you're batting at 236 over the last 3 years.
Grand, Estrada was never a huge Major League Baseball talent. Estrada was
more of a journeyman, right?
No, he was a prospect.
He had a good
Yankees.
What was it in 2022?
And Wade Jr. was a prospect that Minnesota didn't want anymore. Yastrzemski was well, not so much, he was getting older, but for lack of a better word, a prospect Baltimore didn't want anymore. We're a team made up of. That's why everybody in our fan base, Eric, they go, "My God, trade Duvall and we can get Vladdy." These guys are not worth what you think they're worth. Even our better players are not world class by any means.
That's why I said you can't trade. That's why they got to open up the books.
We're a cheap, poor man's organization that we can't even go to a trade table because nobody will go.
I think Fitzgerald is probably going to be the shortstop, to be honest with you. He's got some work to do. He's got to play a better shortstop.
Look at your roster and say, yeah, nothing really worth interest. Not interested in anything there. And they move on. They're not. I told my favorite line during the season 5, 6, 8, 10 times. I said to Eric, guys aren't lining up at the trough to make trades, salivating when they see our roster, Eric.
The only thing they want is going to want guys like Eldridge and Winston Hunt. Those are their only 2 guys.
And those are the guys you can't trade.
And you can't move off them. Correct.
So, as you and I have both stated, we circle back and say this is a team that can't negotiate trades. You got to sign good free agents. Got to spend the money.
I don't care for McRae.
Yes, fall from grace. But what the hell? Well, okay, Eric, what the hell happened to Estrada?
I don't know.
He just seemed to be this seemed to be another Farhan.
I don't know.
Holy shit.
No, because
hang on. Gunshots, man.
The fuck?
This neighborhood, man. If I'm not back in a minute, call Bernice.
Adames is hitting 251, 32 home runs, 112 RBIs, 21 stolen bases. Look at his stats. He's worth 20. That's 1 year, though, George. I'm going over 3 years. 1 year. Look, someone can have a good 1 year. Doesn't mean he's going to have the same going forward. I don't know. I don't like it. I just don't like it. Fitzgerald might not be the shortstop. Might be a second baseman. I don't know. I'm not saying Adames is going to be bad. That's not what I'm saying. I just don't think he's worth that much. I'd rather spend way more on Soto than getting Adames. That's just me. Would I like to have Adames? No, absolutely. But you're going to have to put pieces around him. You guys, if you want him to come through in the clutch, you got to get guys on base ahead of him as well. Yeah, he had a good year last year. We'll see what happens. Again, I'm leery. Let's just say I'm leery.
Did you bring this one up?
Yeah, I was just talking about it right now.
Okay. Yeah, sorry I ran out on you, but take my life seriously.
We'll see.
Yeah, I think
didn't the Giants try to do that last year?
25.
I should say in 2024, they tried to have a better defense in the infield. How did that turn out? Didn't turn out too well.
And that's the era we live in, guys. You got to overpay.
Matos and Luciano is not going to get you Brent Rooker. No, I don't see that. Luciano's his value's in the toilet. Matos, I don't see it.
You know why you have to overpay now, Eric? You have to overpay because teams like the Dodgers have signed Ohtani to these $700 million deals that now make a platoon player worth $20 million.
True. And another thing that makes
the
it
owners
tough
are victims of their own.
Well, it's not just that. There's not very many. Look, next year, or this year and next year, there's not very many good position players that are going to hit free agency. That's why I think the Giants has got a hit on this year for that simple reason. And not to mention, Soto is only going to be 26 years old when he starts next year.
Oh, no, I was.
I just don't see Giants being able to pull off a trade. They just don't have the value, man. They don't.
Yeah.
Right now, the farm system's a mess. As it was. It's kind of ironic.
Even George. So if I'm the Oakland A's and
I
Eric
just talked
call
about
me
that.
up and you say, I'll give you Matos and Luciano, you give me Brent Rooker.
They hang up.
I hang up. And
yeah,
say,
they're going to 100%.
Tell them I'm in a meeting the rest of the day.
I don't see that happening. But isn't it a little bit ironic? One of the reasons why they let Bobby Evans go, they're talking about the farm system's a mess. Farhan's going to come in and rescue us. Well, guess what? We're getting close to being the end of Farhan. And where's the farm system? Where's the farm system?
No better. 30th in the most
according
recent
to Bleacher
poll.
Report. Yeah.
Last.
So there you go. So the Giants are right back where they were in 2018, 2019, as they are here and going into 2020, 2024, 2025. That's pitiful. That's why
guys,
this team has to do something big.
It's the end of the season. Eric and I get worked up today. Maybe more. I'm just worked out for a number. Geez, there's gunshots, police. It's all hell breaking loose out here again. But you know what? This starts to settle down. We choose a lane as soon as we know what's going on with the GM.
There is no lane. That's the problem.
No, well,
there is no lane. There's no direction whatsoever.
Yeah, my lane is watch a little more Sacramento A's baseball, I guess.
If it's 20th, that's even worse. Or not worse. That's not any better. 20th? Come on, George. 20th? That's nothing to brag about, man. That's pretty awful. 20th?
I don't know if you saw it, Eric. Somebody asked in the chat about 20 minutes ago, so I'll never go back and find it now, nor do I want to. Somebody asked, did the Giants call us and ask us about renewing our tickets?
Ooh.
And they haven't. So either they should be all over that by now, or they know who I am and they're like, just forget to call that guy.
Bring a bat, either great prospects or big time hitters in trading web. Yeah, I don't see it, man. Then your starting rotation is gonna stink.
God, Tom,
I don't see it.
Tom,
I just don't see it.
Tom, you're pissing me.
Oh, it's all good. It's no worries.
Pissing me off. I'm in a mood now, Eric.
Oh, I get it. I even said that, George. I said when the Bleacher Report came out, I was like, hey, you got to take it for what it's worth. It's Bleacher Report.
Hey, Senior, when I go up to Sacramento, I hope to get you to go to some games with me next year. I'll go up for a few games. Maybe Eric will go too. It's closer drive for you than me.
Oh, it's way easier, man.
I'll drive up for a few.
But I'll tell you one thing. It's not going to be easy to get in there. The traffic gets absolutely horrendous for a game. Horrendous.
Yeah, but I'll go up. We'll spend I will. I'll just go up there early in the day, get a hotel, stay for 2 or 3 games, and then come home.
But back to what George was saying. Yeah. I'd preface that when the report first came out. We'll see what the other publications say about the Giants farm, but it's bad. Period. That's the reason. Another reason why Farhan has to go.
You know, Hiroko, I should print up the T-shirts. This is what it should pay for a hitter.
Right. Absolutely. This is the time to do it. That's why they got to go all in for Soto. They have to go all in for Soto. If not, then you're going to be waiting a while. Then the Giants are just going to have to work it through the draft and developing guys. That's it. And look, that means the Giants ain't going to be good for probably another what?
All right, guys.
3
Eric's
years?
going on the 3-hour plan tonight.
I
got to get out of here. So I'll see you tomorrow night, Eric.
All righty.
And yeah. All right, so I'll see you tomorrow. I can't do 3 hours tonight. I got other stuff to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna get ready to shut it down here shortly too.
And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's just hope. Christmas night, guys. Isaac Churchill here. Thanks.
What's up, Isaac? Yeah, I saw him early.
Thanks, Grant. Let's just hope tomorrow Christmas comes early, buddy.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm looking into that stocking tomorrow. And if I see Farhan, I'll be ticked off. I'll be even more wound up tomorrow night.
Christmas in September.
Let's just do it.
All right, man.
I'll ring the bells and cry ho, ho, ho.
All right. All right, man. We'll see you. All right, guys. Give me a minute. I'll be right back.
Well, if Eric's going to disappear, that wasn't planned. Don't forget to check out our sponsors, because without our sponsors, I don't know how long we'd be here. Get a lot of expenses running the show, getting our website put together. So many people have stepped up. BetterCreditCards.com. Got to promote them. They are our #1 sponsor. Cut us a check last week, and they basically gave us our own rent-free credit card. If you're in the market for a new credit card, visit them online. Find the best credit card for you and apply easily and securely online today. It's bettercreditcards.com. bettercreditcards.com. Get a credit card at bettercreditcards.com. Check out GenesisGoldIRA.com, another proud sponsor, Duxwell Printing, for all your printing needs in the Bay Area. And if you are a sports collector like me, visit Lefties over in Burlingame, just outside San Francisco. On your way out to Daly City, Lefties have the biggest, the best selection of autographed San Francisco Giants merchandise, cards, 8x10 pictures, glossies, jerseys. They got it all over there. Visit Jim and the staff, and they'll treat you good. Just tell them Glenn sent you and that you watch Giant Sports Talk Live. They'll look after you. Another proud sponsor of the show. So make sure you visit them all. Lefties, Duxwell Printing, GenesisGoldIRA.com, Signatures for Soldiers. Check them out online. You'll be glad you did. And visit our #1 sponsor this week, BetterCreditCards.com. All right, Eric will be back in a second. Tomorrow, we're hoping that tomorrow's show will be full of joy in Mudsville, because we expect, and we're hoping, I don't know if we expect, well, we do expect that Farhan will be gone. Yep. Night, Val. Thanks to everybody. everybody who participated in the show tonight. And I wish you all a good night as well. Grand Admiral says, Adamas will happen. So do I. Don't think so, but I'm a still dream till the fat lady sings. I said that on the radio recently. Jeez, you can't even say society these days. They said you can't say fat lady sings on the radio. I'm like, why? If a lady's singing and she's fat, it's the fat lady singing. They're like, oh, you can't call somebody fat. Like, oh, you want to hear what I say on Giant Sports Talk Live? Yeah. Ho, ho, ho. Let's hope Christmas comes early. We've got Farhan news tomorrow. Either Eric or I or both of us, we're going to jump on. We're starting a live show in progress as soon as we hear the news. So I know a lot of you out there will be watching as well. If you hear anything, you can post it up on our website. Send us an email through giantsportstalklive.com. Eric and I would love to hear from you. We're going to go on. We'll do the show live. I popped in and let their sponsors have their say, Eric, and I told the guys if they hear anything about Farhan Zaidi early tomorrow, they can go to Giant Sports Talk Live, send us an email. We get it right away. We'll go on live. We'll pick things up.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm going to have Twitter right by my freaking ear, man. See what's going on.
Yeah, me too. All right, guys, I am officially out of here. Eric just went over and warmed the coffee, so you're in for a treat. Have a great
night. I did. Yes, have a good one, Glenn. All right, guys, what's up? It's all good. It's all good. All right, where are we going to go now, guys? Where are we going to go now? Let's hear American League. What you guys think is going on in American League? Who's going to win it in American League? Who's going to the World Series, guys, in American League? Yankees, Baltimore, Detroit, Cleveland. Cleveland might be a dark horse. They got a pretty damn good team. I think we ran the course with who the Giants are going to sign or not sign. I think Astros. All right. Gosh, man. Astros a big sleeper. They got some pitching, man. They got Kikuchi. They got Framber Valdez. Who's their closer? I can't even remember. Who's their closer for the Astros? I forget. I'm not sure who it is. But yes, Astros can be a factor. I think Yankees have an issue with a starting rotation, though, right? Maybe. I know they got Luisa Gil. I don't know how he's been doing. Presley is the guy. It's not Hader. Hader's over in no, it is Hader, isn't it? Yeah, my bad. Is it Hader? Did Hader get fired, or is it Presley now? Yeah, they got a hell of a bullpen. Instant 100%. Krister, thanks for joining, man. Appreciate it. You have a good one, dude. Take it easy. It's Hader. Okay, that's right. It's Hader. How's he been doing? Pretty good. I know in the beginning of this season, he absolutely was trash. But Cleveland has got a hell of a bullpen. It's going to be tough. It's going to be fun, though. Man, looking forward to the damn playoff baseball, guys. Playoff baseball. Sucks that the Giants aren't in there. Again, it's going to be fun. Rooting for the end. There you go. I hear what you're saying there, Cryptic. Smell what you're stepping in. When Judge and Soto aren't going, they look. Let's see. When Judge and Soto aren't going, they look like the Giants at the plate. Yes, true. Manny Soto. For me, I don't know who I'm rooting for in the American League yet. I'm kind of rooting for the Padres for National League. I think that's one team I think they could take on the Dodgers. I think they could take on the Dodgers. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, the American League, that's going to be interesting. No worries, Tom. It's all good. I'm guessing Jacksonville, Florida. Did you get affected by Hurricane Helene? Not so much, right? I think maybe you just caught some bands. Let's see. Just don't want the Dodgers to advance. I agree. 100%, Val. 100%. Can't let the Dodgers win. Can't do that, man. Can't. You're not a Giants fan if you are, right? It's one thing to recognize them being good. Oh, you know who's really getting hammered, Ryan, is North Carolina. Woo! They're getting hammered. Oh, what the hell was the city over there? I'm trying to remember. I can't remember offhand. North Carolina is getting pummeled. And I know Georgia took a pretty big brunt as well. Asheville, that's correct. Thank you, Cryptic. I think that whole city got isolated. All the damn highways going in and out of that city has been done. Let's see what we got going on. Let me take a look at what we got up here. All right, guys. Where do we want to go next on this? Love to hear Tom. Farhan. Here's a question. Do you think if the Giants do let Farhan go, do you think they already have a guy in mind? Or do you think there's going to be a quote-unquote interview period for who they want to hire? Do you think they already have someone in mind? Are they going to canvass the whole area? Or do they already have the guy that they want? And it's just all they got to do is just get rid of Farhan. I think Malini would be an awesome manager. I wouldn't be surprised if he eventually. I wouldn't be surprised if he becomes a manager of the Cardinals at one time. You think Kim Ng, huh? Maybe. I don't know. I've only seen Melvin manage this 1 year. I didn't like what I saw. How much of it is him and how much of it has been Farhan getting in his business? I don't know. I can't answer that question as far as Bob Melvin. I know there's a lot of Dodger fans, or not Dodger, Padre fans that can't stand him either. So I don't know. To be honest with you, Johnny, I don't know where I stand on Bob Melvin. Where have you seen those reports, Ryan? I want to hear about it. Because I haven't seen anything being talked about Kim Ng being a contender. The only name that I have heard, and again, that comes from Marty Lurie. Actually, the only names, he's talked about Buster Posey and he's talked about Billy Owens. So I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Oh, my goodness. All right. Appreciate that, Ryan. I have to check those out, see what that's all about. Kim Ng, she was the GM for Miami Marlins last year. Prior to that, I think she worked for the Yankees organization. Can't remember what. But she also was a assistant GM under Ned Colletti with the Dodgers. So there's some history on Kim Ng. I'm sure if you Google it, you'll probably get some more. You'll get some more information. Okay, Tom. Let me ask you this: who would you like to see come and run baseball operations for the San Francisco Giants? Do you have anyone in mind? Do you keep track, or do you just kind of just follow the Giants, or do you follow all of baseball? Just like to hear what a long-time Giants fan has to think about who should run the organization. Yeah, I think it was assistant GM as well. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see what we got here. Just looking at this here. You got to actually read a damn article, huh? I don't want to spend that much time having to do that yet. I could read that later. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, here we go. Levine. I guess we'll find out, man. Appreciate the information there, though, Ryan. Alex Anthropoulos. Yeah, we ain't getting him, man. Not getting him. Morgana. No. I don't mind talking about it. Don't put me in that don't put me in that stuff, man. Come on. I trust whoever Lacob has put in. Lacob actually knows how to operate a modern franchise. Giants owners incompetent. Could be, unless maybe they've come to their senses, Ryan. Maybe. I like Sabian and Don Dromowski, an experienced winner, but I'm not opposed to a young guy who's been a scout or has been in charge of successful organization. Okay. What about David Bell? He was a director of player development for the Giants under Sabian and Bobby Evans. Just fired from being a manager of the Cincinnati Reds. Had some roots in the San Francisco Giants. I think Dromowski is going to be happy where he's at. Have no idea, Jimmy. Thing is, the Giants don't even necessarily need an amazing GM with how bad Farhan has been. A league average GM would be a massive improvement. That's pretty bad. Kapler. The Brewer guys, yeah. You got Epstein. Doesn't he work for the MLB? I don't know if I want him. I don't know if I want Epstein. They also got that guy. I think he went over to work with the Mets, right? He used to be David Stearns, right? He used to be the GM of the Mariners. Not the Mariners, the Brewers. Yeah, this would be his first position as a GM. I'm just saying he has familiarity with player development, which is going to be important for that position. Look, being a GM, you got to have numerous hats, right? You got to be able to be a negotiator, a communicator, an evaluator of talent, and understand talent evaluation. Most important thing is you got to be able to communicate, right? I don't think so, Ryan. I don't think so. Who do I like? Oh, man. I don't know. Love to see Sabian come back, to be honest with you. Love to see Sabian. I just don't know if that happens. That Billy Owens guy from Oakland, I just don't know enough about him. I read that article. I don't know. Coming from the A's, I mean, I guess you can't do that because that's kind of bad. Because our history with bringing guys over from the A's isn't exactly good. But how about this? How about you bring Sabian over and then you bring Posey underneath his wing? How about that? How about you bring Sabian with Posey as his GM? Sabian is the president of baseball operations. Buster Posey could be your GM. Sabian could teach him the ropes, so to speak, of what it's like to be a president of baseball. And then Posey could take it over from there. I mean, if you think about it, Posey's already been involved, right? He's the one that got the Matt Chapman extension deal done. So he's kind of getting in it. Sabian and Ned Colletti together, that would be something, kind of putting the band back together, LD. I think Ned Colletti's kind of happy what he's doing. I'm not speaking for him. He seems pretty comfortable in being a professor, scouting for the Sharks. So does it mean he doesn't want to do it? No, not by any means. I'm just saying I think Ned Colletti's liking what he's doing right now. Brian Sabian, he's still in the game. He's still working for the Yankees organization. So obviously he still wants to be part of the game if he's still involved in it. So for me, it just makes more sense to get Sabian since he has familiarity with the region. I think he still has that burning desire maybe to want to still do something with the game. Bring him back. He could train up Buster Posey. So then when he's done for good, you got a line of succession. I wouldn't mind going from Sabian to Buster Posey, right? Do we know people? Tulia, do we know enough? I don't know, man. I know he was Italian evaluator for the Houston Astros. Looks like they did pretty well with that. But does he encompass the other aspects of being a GM? You know, being, again, like I said, a negotiator. Can he communicate well? I don't know. I haven't heard enough of him. I mean, how many times have you heard that guy speak about anything? Not much. So I don't know. Johnny says, I want a baseball guy. I get that. It's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. I kind of wish they already made that announcement. Whew. Again, I will be nervous if we don't hear nothing by the end of the day tomorrow. Don't know what to say. Bob Myers. I don't know, man. That's correct, LD. We just don't know. Farhan's got to go, though, right? Come on. There's no way he sticks around. I just don't see it happening. Nothing has indicated to me that he's sticking around. What do we got here? You think they make it during the end? Because that's the end of the season press conference, right? They always have that. After the season ends, they have the press conference, almost like the State of the Union for the Giants, right? I can't see it. Not to say that it won't happen, right? Not to say that it won't happen, but I think Farhan's done. All right, guys, I think I'm going to get ready to shut it down. I don't see anything else really being talked about. We're kind of just talking about the same stuff. Do you guys think Chapman's saying play? I don't know, man. That's just, I don't put too much stock in that, to be honest with you, Isaac. You know, when it's the last game of the season, people are going to come out and say that kind of stuff. It's nice to hear it from Matt Chapman. Because, you know, everyone says he's a character guy. So I don't think, hey, you too, Tom, have a good one, man. Have a good one, dude. We'll see you on the next one, dude. I don't know. Again, I just get tired of hearing the words. You know what I'm saying? I hear a lot of chirping, but nothing ever gets done. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. So it's good to hear that from a player. I find it interesting. I talked about this at the top of the show that Bob Melvin didn't say nothing to the fans at the end of the game. That's a little bit interesting. I don't know. Does it mean something? Does it mean anything? I don't know. But again, like I said, it's time just to walk the walk. You talk the talk, you got to walk the walk. That's what you got to do. Thanks, Val. Appreciate it, dude. Pollock in Canada, the trade deadlines are so bad. I know, man. Fans are already riled up because of Farhan. And if they take us out next year, it will be a bad look for the new GM. Correct, Isaac. I mean, yeah, Melvin's saying nothing is weird, right? Correct, Tom. Military History Chronicles. It has nothing to do with sports, by the way. Thanks, McKenna. But yeah, LD, I found that odd that he did not say anything. Usually, hey, he's the manager, right? He's the skipper. He's supposed to go out there and say stuff. And for him not to go out there and say something, and it was Webb and Chapman, two guys who are under contract for sure for next year, right? Oh, now you're starting to get going again. But isn't right, LD? Chapman and Webb will be here next year. Does that mean Melvin may not be. I don't know, man. There's some weird stuff going on. There is some weird stuff going on. I don't know. Maybe, unfortunately, maybe Bob Melvin gets caught up in the collateral damage. That's a possibility. It sucks because, again, I don't know if he was part of the problem or if it was all Farhan. All right, guys, it's time to get out of here. Join us tomorrow. We will talk about the doubleheader tomorrow. And then if there's any Giants news, we'll get into the Giants news as well. We're starting to get into that point of the season where it's going to be primarily post-season baseball talk. Talk about everything that's going on in the postseason. Should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. And then, of course, if there's any Giants news, we'll make sure. Thanks, Instant. Appreciate it, dude. If there's any Giants news, of course, we'll bring it to you guys. Hopefully there's some good news tomorrow. I'm kind of practicing. See, I'm almost going 3 hours. I'm practicing for that 12-hour marathon. That one's going to be rough. But we'll get through it, guys. LD Will Clark could be a fire. I don't see that. I still say Ron Wodos would be a great manager. I think he'd be a great manager. I think he combines both. He combines the new school and the old school. I think he would be a perfect manager for the San Francisco Giants for what they're trying to get done. Anyways, tomorrow, 8 o'clock tomorrow, Giant Sports Talk Live, even though there is no more Giants, I guess we're going to start. Yeah, we'll start transitioning into postseason Sports Talk Live. So should be a lot of fun. I think playoffs start actually on Tuesday, but the NL is not officially set until after that damn doubleheader tomorrow. So again, stay tuned for Giants news. I know they're supposed to have that press conference on Tuesday. If there's any other news before that, we'll be covering it. Until then, we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Appreciate the support, guys. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.